Well, on his way.
You already know how that goes, guys. Crime gets in the way of every fucking thing. It's ridiculous.
It's true. What's up? What's new with you guys? What you been up to, bro?
Man, I've just been I was just chilling with Najay recently. We were coming out. We're about to drop some shit.
I heard that banger you were working on.
I don't even know what to name it yet. I'm still conflicted.
And of course, Sada just shows up.
This is perfect timing.
Thank you. Nah, that shit's locked as fuck.
You know, remember that time that Sada went to that nebula and then he came back? Yo, Zach, remember that last time that Sada went to that nebula and came back? Welcome.
Sada.
Just in time for the podcast. You see, guys, Sada would never miss this podcast for anything.
Yeah, I gotta go in 30 minutes.
He has to go in 30 minutes, though.
50
Fight more
minutes.
crime.
He's gonna push it though.
Push it.
Kill
Push it. Push it.
That's right. That's
What
fucking
are you
right.
doing, dude?
It's been a really nice ass week, guys. Well, the week just started.
Behind the
actually.
scenes, we got Sada.
Dun, 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 dun. How was your day, Sodom? Welcome in, man.
Annoying and hectic, but
I'm glad you survived it.
yeah.
Long live the king.
The fuck's
K-Dog.
going on here?
K-Dog.
King K-Dog.
King K-Dog.
What you guys
Man.
been up to?
Well, we were working on a song. We did a lot of research on spirituality, meditation. There was this man that could literally channel electricity through his hand, like literally.
They did a whole documentary on this nigga, dude.
He lit paper on fire.
Hugh Jung, nah, it's not bullshit. It's like,
What was the proof though?
The video.
documentary is documented. There's a whole bunch of like doctors and like psychologists and like people with PhDs and shit.
Right,
like,
right.
Doctors, and they're going and they're like to go see this man because they heard about him.
Yeah.
And then he started openly like testing them. He stopped doing it when he hurt one of the filmers. He put a chopstick through a wooden table and it let off splinters. And one of the splinters hit a girl right in between the eyes.
With his bare hands.
With his bare hands, he did it.
What the fuck?
Put it
Saw it.
through
He
the
put his hand on a ball of paper, and you see him literally his hand shaking, and the paper ignites on fire.
And then that guy had a dream that night.
That sounds like
He
bullshit.
had a
Oh,
dream
yeah,
that
dude,
night
it was
that the
legit.
gods came to him because you're not supposed to show off,
Right,
you know, or it cause harm.
They-
This
but-
is sounding
but the
more
way-
and more like
no, no,
bullshit as
but
you guys
the-
keep
the
going.
ma-
It's a documentary, bro. They even
A documentary
they
doesn't
got
mean
a
that it's not
machine that
bullshit,
will
Louis.
measure
You're just gonna believe any documentary you
Bro,
watch?
it's not
Listen,
bullshit
all right,
because when we saw
let's
it,
start off
literally,
with the-
we had a machine.
I'm not
that-
saying it is bullshit. I'm saying
you
it's
guys have a-
sounding more and
you guys
more
have
like
a-
bullshit as
Well,
I
the
listen
thing is that
to
you
it.
didn't see it.
You have
I
a
didn't believe
common
it. He put it on.
You guys have a common disagreement. We should start this podcast with that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
more
I get
in-depth
in on
with
it.
that.
I gotta get
You know
in on
exactly
this,
what I'm
though.
talking about.
Can I
This
tell
whole
that?
astral projection, you know,
Thank you.
like
Uh-huh.
where you think the line is, where the bullshit is, and where Lewis can maybe convince you in some, you know.
Well,
What do I
alright, look, the
Right.
bullshit is obvious. A man lighting a fucking paper on fire and channeling electricity through his body. I mean, that sounds like bullshit. But, and also because they like the guy would touch them and send shocks to the other people. He would shock them. And he would be able to do it like by his stomach. He would even he would put his hand by your stomach. He could shock you there, and he
Anywhere in
could
his
he
body.
could shock you anywhere on his body if you touch
Like
him.
if you were holding it.
Yeah.
He put his hand up
But
and
when
he said,
when
"Look."
they put an electrical thing to him, like to try to maintain to regulate his pulse, like the amount of wattage he was emitting, it couldn't trace it. So then they did another test. So they grabbed an LED light and they disconnected one of the wires that was producing the electricity, and they gave a dud wire, a channel like a pretty much channeled like his energy, and the way that the light would flash would determine the intensity of the
Oh, how much he's
if
emitting.
he's emitting.
Right, right.
And he kept on emitting that shit bright red. He was he was connecting the wires.
It was changing
Right.
colors.
It was changing colors. He was fucking with it, and
That's crazy.
What is he's like
Just
this
flickering and
touching
shit.
it.
and also the man, the people who went over there were skeptics. The people who went over there to interview him and like figure him out, he was skeptics, and he was also the dream that they're talking about that he had after he hurt the woman.
Okay.
And after he hurt the woman, he was reluctant to help out anymore, and like,
Right.
and the thing he was talking about, one of the guys, they didn't mention one of the guys. He said one of his old masters came to him. Nah, but the way they use raging, they said they use it as in he was raging. They didn't comprehend. Like you could see, he deciphered that for his own because he did that research that he knew about that God.
No, he said
The-
he said my old master raging.
No,
Raging.
Raging was like
He is a Japanese god of electricity, and also of like the specific winds. Like I think it's the east winds or some shit like that. I don't know.
Rajin.
But the way they said
Raging,
it was like he was raging.
Raging.
He was my old master came to me raging,
Raging.
raging, and then he was like, "Oh, raging is one of the gods." But
He
the way
didn't
he
say
said
raging, bro.
it, he was like, but the way he said it was not as if he said my master raging. He said that like the way the white guy said it was as he wasn't talking about a god.
Right,
You
right.
know?
He was just saying the word
He
rage.
was just saying the word raging.
Maybe I don't know.
I'll
I have to watch that again.
Watch it again. I caught. That's from what I caught. And then I just thought that we started watching it from there, but I thought that was interesting. You feel me? That you
Yeah.
pointed out that a god, one of the Chinese gods, came to him.
It's-
Electricity specifically.
It's chi.
Yeah.
Electricity
He's
in
talking
the
about
clouds.
chi.
Which
Right.
is like spiritual
And-
energy that
Yeah, you
everybody
know, all
has.
the chakra
Mm.
levels. Everybody, you know,
All seven.
you also mentioned that Avatar, The Last Airbender episode where they actually teach the kid. That old crazy guy teaches him like,
Everything
all
that
the levels
Buddha
of
did,
chakra.
they
and,
pretty
like,
much put it on the screen.
when you meditate, you know, it's like clearing a pond, you know, of like all like the stuff that blocks the streams. You know, like when we went to
Yeah.
Colorado, we were hiking and shit. There's stuff, you know, stopping the water, like that moldy stuff. You know, meditating is like clearing that stuff out so the water gets through a lot easier.
Right,
And you got like 7 walls of that shit for your different chakras, and
yeah, energy.
once you
channeling
do it
goes
all,
over.
you can astral project.
Well,
It's
you don't
not
have to do it all
that,
by
it
astral project.
was- It didn't say astral project. He became one with his true
Yeah,
self.
when he unlocked his
he was able to
Ava-
communicate with
Control
his true self.
himself.
What do you call
in,
that?
Rage
Avatar
mode.
state.
they call it the avatar. So I'm talking about what he called the last chakra on the top because he called
Chakra.
Cos-
chakra of thought. That's
yeah,
that's
the
actually what it
the
is.
cosmic
The
thought.
crown.
The cosmic thought. You know, it's had to do with the stars too. That's what it had to do.
No,
with.
but all of them led up to
You
that.
had
All
Yeah.
of them led up
right,
to
but you
him
had
being
to
able
detach to everything to do that.
Well,
Like-
from certain things, grief, a fear,
Earthly things.
Everything everything physical.
earthly attachments,
Literally everything physical. Because
every-
if everything's spiritual, then you don't have to attach to any of it.
You had to
'cause
let
it's all
go.
there.
You had to let go of let go of like some other shit. I don't know.
It was
So-
interesting, guys.
That was interesting.
You should
Very
look into
cool.
it.
It's a simple way of understanding, like breaking down, like.
Let's get more into
chakras
the
and
disagreement.
the inner energies inside of every being, supposedly.
Let's get more into the disagreement and shit. So, Lewis, you have astral projected before.
Yes, multiple times.
That is a fact.
It is a fact.
Okay,
Astral
just
projection's
making
real.
sure. And
It's a
Quesada.
fact that he experienced astral projecting, but was it actually astral projecting or was it just a dream?
No.
You don't know for a fact.
I
Don't,
do-
don't
I
tell
do
me
for
that
a
you
fact.
know for
I know
a fact.
for a fact because when you dream, it's completely different. You have control of every single thing in your dream. When
There's,
you
a thing,
actually
there's a thing
project,
called lucid dreaming, you know.
lucid dreaming is controlling your dreams and
Okay,
also
okay.
feeling everything
Okay.
vividly. But the thing
It's
is
just
that,
Lewis.
Well,
it's just
hold
Lewis.
on.
Lewis. Just when you tell me that you know for a fact, that's where you get me because it's like.
well, the reason I know for a fact is I did my own research. I started this in middle school. Then I came back to it because the reason I stopped doing my research is because I was
you
afraid of
research
demons.
it doesn't mean the research isn't bullshit. You know,
Well,
there's a lot
okay.
of bullshit information.
Okay, I
out in
won't
the
say.
world,
All right,
right?
I don't.
That's
disagree.
all I'm saying.
I don't disagree.
I'm
with
not
you.
saying you're
when you
lying.
say
I'm
it-
not saying that astral projecting isn't a thing. I just don't know.
Well, I'm trying to convince
You know,
you.
I'm willing to experience
Well,
it.
I'm
I
trying to
wanna
convince
experience
you.
that shit.
If you the thing is that you don't believe it. If you don't believe it, you can't experience it because it's like
Right.
if you don't believe
Seeing
if you don't
is
believe
believing,
in doing
and
something,
believing is seeing.
experiencing is believing because you can't
Seeing
deny
is
it.
Believing is seeing. That's funny.
Experiencing, seeing is experiencing too,
It's a
but I
funny
say
way to put
experiencing
it.
because seeing is too
Polar
narrow.
Express, bro.
Like when I dream, and I'll be honest with you guys, all my dreams I go with the flow until I don't like something and I change it, and then literally the scene usually changes because I'm controlling it. I destroy a lot of shit in my dreams. Sometimes I make cities and just create orbs of energy and just destroy them. There's nobody in them. I'm just
Sounds
destroying
fun,
all
to
of
be
them.
honest. I can never do that in my
But-
dreams.
but those are
my
my
dreams
dreams.
just
I've
happen.
had one when I
That's-
was a kid. I had
I
one
trained
like
myself.
lucid dream. I haven't had like a lot. I've dreamt a lot of deja vu dreams and a lot of like things that like are weird, and then like I'll piece them together down the road. You know, it's like
Right.
random ass dreams, and sometimes things will click. Like, oh, that's what that dream.
I
is.
wonder, I
You
wonder, I
know?
really do. If some people really do like go back into their dreams sometimes, and it's just like re-entering a saved game type shit.
No, definitely, it's definitely possible. You know that.
And
like,
you just
know-
continue
you
building
know
your fucking
your,
house or
your
some
brain.
shit.
This is a fact. A
You
fact
can't-
that your brain can't create faces. It only remembers in your dreams. It remembers the people that you've seen collectively around you,
Right.
and it produces faces like that.
Even on TV.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, even on TV and things like that. So like, that you know, like.
I mean, your brain looks for faces. You know, you look
Yeah.
at things and you're like, oh, look at that tree. It looks like a face. Or,
Yeah.
It's like type shit.
Yeah. I had a dream where I
Secret
woke
houses
up.
aren't dreams.
When I woke up and I was sweating, and like literally the whole bed was in sweat, and I was like trying to wake up from the dream the whole time, and I was like, you know, something
sorry.
was like it was a. I'm not gonna share it with you, but I'll use a description. A snake skin. A snake skin was trying to devour me, you know. And
The skin,
the
like-
skin of
like
a snake, and
shedded?
not the snake itself.
So like,
But the snake skin was coming up on my bed and trying to subdue me, and I
And
kept
you
on trying
couldn't
to. I
move?
couldn't move or fight it. No, I was fighting it in my dream. I was like talking shit to it, whatever. But as I knew it was a dream, and I was like trying to get out of it. I couldn't, and it was frightening me. It was like scary, and I woke up drenched in sweat. But with my lucid dream, which was a polar opposite, it was a great dream. I fucking was like in the dream. I was walking around, and then I realized like, oh, I'm in the dream. And it was the only time that I was able to realize I was in a dream and then fuck with it. I started flying around and like
Yeah.
seeing crazy colors. But every time nowadays I realize I'm in a dream, I wake right up. I'm like, boom,
Yeah,
I'm up.
I hear that happens.
because you get all you focus in. Like, all right, I believe in astral projection, guys. And when
I believe anything's
if you-
possible.
If you say it's a dream, then it's a dream because if there's a really big distinct feeling between dreaming and astral projecting. When you astral project, you can actually see your body when you come
I've
out.
definitely
I look
lucid
back at
dreamed
myself and it's
before.
kind of funny how I sleep sometimes. Sometimes I sleep like this, I'm drooling. Sometimes I'm like this, my mouth is wide open. I can't close my mouth. Obviously, I can't touch myself. But, like, I'll go right through me. But from that point in my room, I am in my room. And I can see, like, you know, I see everything just as my room. Sometimes my room will be vibrating a different frequency, which usually means I'm not in my room in the same dimension because everything's frequency. Same thing with stars and all that shit. How all of them even radiate around each other. All that is frequency. Everything we see around it is frequency. And
So is there ever a bottom?
Well,
No.
Nikola Tesla,
So
remember I
frequency
said-
is
remember
It's
I
like
said-
infinite as math.
remember
it's
I
like
told you-
universe. It's
remember I
just like the
told you,
universe because there's
we're
in
tapping into
universe
something
it's
like-
limbo. There's no
Hold
up
on,
and down.
I can't. listen
We're
to both of
tapping
you
into
guys.
vibration. Nikola Tesla said if you wanted to access the secrets of the universe, you had to think of it in terms of frequency,
Yep.
energy, and vibration. Or sound. I think he said sound.
And we were
I
talking
think he said
about how
vibration.
sound, vibration.
we're just walking. You said
and-
we're walking
and energy.
batteries.
Sound is vibration.
Or then I guess frequency, vibration, and energy. He said those three were specific. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure vibration and energy and frequency definitely. So he definitely said that.
So what is it that you don't like or not like believe or is not convinced by like astral projecting? You know, like is it that you don't see it in the
It's not that I'm not
mainstream?
convinced of it. It's not that I don't believe in it. I'm just skeptical.
There's
Uh,
drugs
but
that make.
but
There's drugs.
where-
Like
where does that
like he said, I
skepticality come
100% think that
Where does it come
anything
You
is
wanna hear a
possible.
take?
Everything is
You wanna hear a
possible. I
take
just
on-
don't know that that's what's actually happening.
You-
Now I could experience it and I could like believe and
Right.
believe,
You want to
but
hear?
I still don't know concrete that that's really what's going on and it's not just some bullshit in my head.
You want to hear a
That's
good
all that I'm
conspiracy
saying.
theory
Okay.
before I lose
Yeah.
it?
That's what
You
I
wanna hear a
that's
good
what I used
conspiracy
to
theory?
say about
I
it.
think that people understood, the
I
government
still say that
specifically
a little bit.
understands that maybe that astral projection is a real thing, and that that dimension is a real thing because we're looking for dark matter.
Who'd you say?
And I
the
think that
government?
they
Yeah.
and they invented drugs in order to access them like in an easier method. Like they
Well,
invent drugs. to
No
do-
governments
to do certain
invented
things.
drugs. People.
Well, I mean,
People
see,
found out
LSD was the
what was
people
a
who
drug to
invented
them.
LSD and DMT. The guy who discovered the chemical formula, he was funded by the CIA.
Oh well, I guess
Yeah,
you're
that's
right.
true.
With
And
acid.
he lived in a basement. Yeah, acid.
Mhm.
And like like mushrooms, that's been around for a while. But people knew of that as a spiritual, like being associated with being spiritual. So
Yeah.
like, in my opinion, I just think what
Didn't
what
they
I'm trying
only
to say.
use-
Look, what I'm trying to say is that my conspiracy is I think that the government might know that astral projection is real or that other dimension is real, and they've learned that it's not. Like
I wanna
instead
say
of
one
going
thing
through
after.
meditation and actually training the body to go through it, and a lot of people have bad trips and they talk
So you
bad
stand
about
with
it.
Alex Jones.
I
on
think that they say that the government made these drugs to access these dimensions, and they weren't specifically made for us, but we got a hold of them. And I think
So
the
then,
people, you know, who
Does
actually
that play
they're
into
made
the whole
for
Matrix
know how to use
idea
it.
of
Right.
like,
You know what I'm
having
saying?
a, you know, having a
That's just
military,
a theory.
No,
military
yeah, but
force
that's
that
definitely
It's
interesting.
goes
true,
on
though.
drugs and then
Acid makes your
Ah,
mind
like
vibrate.
goes and fights
I mean,
demons
makes you
and
vibrate at
dark
different
matter.
frequency, which is why you see.
I'm
Or
definitely
cleans it.
high.
Gang, gang.
So do you
Hey.
stand with Alex Jones on that shit?
On what? No, I'm
That's
not
exactly
saying.
what he says. Is that like the government knows all about these other dimension like vampires that Lewis was referencing, trying
Astral
to
vampires.
suck energy out of people and shit, trying to leak through it. That's what dark matter is apparently. Is
Well, you know, there's the guy. This is an actual fact too. I mean, there's this physicist. Or I don't know if he's a physicist, whatever he is, scientist. He invented a thing, or he's inventing a thing, because dark matter, they don't really know what it is. They just are kind of guessing. It's an unknown.
Yeah.
It's a very unknown. And the way that they were
Some
referencing in
people say
the
they do.
documentary was they used a woman who studied bacteria. She was a dermatologist or some shit like that, or she was something, and she was a scientist and studying bacteria and the different like kinds of bacteria, and they used the term dark matter or dark bacteria to label like the unknown
Yeah.
bacteria that they haven't discovered yet, that they know is there.
Right.
So that's, but the thing with dark matter is they don't know if it's there. And they've been doing it for the last 20 years. And what this guy invented, which I think is funny, because the device is off crystals. And what he does is he has a crystal within the middle of the thing, and then he has two connecting like wires or whatever, two things connecting that crystal. It's a big metal like box, and has to be like, they have locations where they think the dark matter appears or leaks or whatever, and this is where they would put it and test it. They haven't tested it yet. And what it would do is these crystals they create themselves, they put it inside the machine, and then they have if the dark matter is there, it goes through the crystal, and the crystal lights up, and it sends that light to the other crystals, and then and the data it'll collect the data. But the thing is with dark matter is they don't know if it's even there, if it's even real.
you remember the
just
name of that
guessing.
guy?
Right.
And what I think is funny that they're using crystals is think about psychics and their crystal balls and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
And like how people try to like talk to the dead through crystals or charms.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
I just thought that was crazy. Just put those two.
So what did
things
Neil
together.
deGrasse Tyson say about dark matter again?
Well, like what
gray matter or
specifically? I don't really remember. I think he just said it was something that
It's all
they
around.
He talked about
said
it on
that
the
it
Joe
was something
Rogan
that they knew
podcast.
was there, but they couldn't like measure it, or I mean, they couldn't. They don't know what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
But they
They-
just know it's there.
This guy was saying that it's all around.
Yeah, you
us
say we
and-
know it's there, we just don't know what it is.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
But the thing is that what this guy said is that he's dedicated 20 years of his life is that he doesn't. I mean, they've been studying 20 years, searching for dark matter for like over 20 years, and they haven't found anything. And then like they don't know what they're looking for. So like with the way that he's thinking is that he was saying is that he's got to switch his whole way of thinking. He's like, that's the whole point of science. He's like, the way we're looking for it and searching for whatever we're looking for might not be it.
Yeah.
So he's got to change his way of thinking. Because they don't know. That's what he said. As the guy who's actually studying on it and shit. Neil deGrasse is smart though.
Genius.
He probably said that because he just has faith. You know what I'm saying? Like what theories did he invent? Like, or did he?
I think he's more of a speaker on science.
Right.
He's not like an actual scientist.
He's an educator.
He's an educator. Yeah.
See the lighter? I know that guy Miro Kiyoshimo or something like that. The Chinese guy with the white hair.
I don't know.
He was like the inventor of the string theory. Anybody?
String theory. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's the one who like came up with that.
Oh shit. Okay.
I mean, have you ever?
String theory. That has to do with astrophysics, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But shit, I don't know. That shit's really fucking
Shouts out to
complicated.
next
It
time.
is complicated, but I was just giving an example. I don't even know what the fuck the string theory is. I know that he came up with it though. You know?
Right. Yeah.
You remember the name of that guy that made the crystal setup you were talking about?
Oh, I don't either. I don't remember his name. They say his name in the documentary. The documentary is it's called Unknown on Netflix.
Smash that like
it's
if you're
like
enjoying the conversation, Betch.
Unknown.
You
and I
feel
think,
me? Like this is
actually-
some really good references. Let me check that chat. Might be anybody can swig that.
I think we should freestyle for them. I feel like we should just, because I think we're really on something right now. We're like filling your minds right now, and I'm learning. This is wild.
You just went to freestyle out of nowhere.
Yeah, like I
He always
inspired,
says that.
that inspired me.
And what he does is he studies microbiology, like different life that's sustainable in like unsustainable climates. You know,
Right, like deep
Like-
under fucking water.
like where he
like
where, no where he
darkness.
goes to is these pools like that are like pools in the desert, but they're like springs, hot springs. They're called hot springs, but not the kind you get in the bathtub. They're like filled with mercury and acidic, and
Right,
they're
right,
hot
right.
as fuck.
Yeah.
And he gets samples and he studies them, and he just figures out on how like life can be formed on other planets by how life is formed on these certain climates within our own atmosphere.
Right, in
And
places where you would think it's
Yeah.
just fucking
it's
impossible.
impossible to thrive, but they
Right.
got all these microbes.
They're
and all
talking
these
about terraforming planets, bro. Changing settings of nature, like really redesigning the
Well,
architecture. of
why if we're
Mars.
talking about terraforming, why are we even talking about terraforming when our own planet is going through it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we need to, instead of focusing on
But
terraforming,
Earth's got
I
like
think
another
Fuck
10
Earth,
billion years
man.
in her.
I
You
think
think?
you're
Fuck
from Earth, bro.
We some Martians, bro.
You're crazy.
We
Potentially,
Martians.
we're
Mars
potentially
Mars, you know, Mars is
Maybe.
Mars has
Earth is a ticking time bomb, bro.
is
So
full
is the
of
sun.
radiation.
They're all
not-
ticking time bombs.
Exactly,
Technically,
bro.
So
because
Every
we-
single one. So we gotta
We're
have the
just
ability
rushing
Earth's
to.
only
ourselves
like,
with
like
everything.
Earth's not even 5 billion years old, which all the other planets.
We're gonna
are
be
way
a
older.
multi-planet
So,
race, bro.
You feel me?
We're
Earth
gonna
has
be-
actually got a decent amount of time.
I
Yeah,
play
no,
too
there's
much
no
Halo.
there's no problem with like
play
you know
too much Halo.
expanding our reach. Is a good way to put
That's
it.
how we live
We
on
need to
Mars.
get off
There's
this planet.
That's how we're gonna live on
but,
Mars. We gotta
but
terraform it.
we can fix our own planet. We could
No,
learn how we used to know how to live one with nature and coincide with everything, and
The
now
sun,
we just
dude.
live like
the sun
how
only
we
has
want
about
to.
like they say the sun only has about 4 million years in it, and when the sun
Nah, man,
that
it's
one
like 4 billion. I looked
nah
that
nah
up.
look it up. When the sun dies, the sun expands and engulfs. It's gonna engulf every inner planet, and it might like what's the planet? Is that Neptune or what's that planet that starts the gas giants? They said it might skid
Jupiter,
it.
bro.
No, Jupiter's before. There's
Jupiter's
one
a
right after.
gas Venus.
And that's not Venus. Venus,
Mars,
Mercury, Earth,
Neptune.
and Mars are gonna get engulfed because because that's what happens with stars. They turn into red orbs. They're all those giant red stars. They're at the end of their life. They're gonna die, and they're either gonna become black holes or they're gonna become nebulas for more stars to be born, or they'll turn black
It takes a
and be
long
Alright,
time
invisible.
for
look,
that to happen.
The sun is about 4.6
I
billion
looked this
years
up.
old.
I
Our
was reading
sun
about
is.
this.
This is fact from NASA, SDO's, ScienceAlert.com
Maybe.
by Michelle Starr, posted May 7, 2018. The sun is about 4.6 billion years old, gauged on the age of the objects in the solar system that formed around the same time. And based on observation of the stars, astronomers predict it will reach the end of its life in about another 10 billion years.
Oh, okay.
10 billion.
And what is
years.
it? 21 million years until it like engulfs all of Earth.
Because it becomes a red giant
right?
before
Something
that.
like that.
It has to be, bro.
It's gonna
That's gonna
expand.
happen, and we can't stay here that long. I think.
And you know, I just think that the
But
human
listen,
race
look at how
is
much we
still
accomplished in the
so
last 50 years, bro. Look at how much we have accomplished in the last 2,000 years. If you want to
100,000
mark,
years,
if you
bro.
want to
100
mark our
years,
look, but
shit.
if you want to mark our
well, like
or
exponentially
start- if you wanna start-
increase in like
yeah.
the last 100
Like
years
fucking
type
Bitcoin.
shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
the last
100 years
100
we
years,
went
if
boom.
you see the spike in like
we're
population
about
and
to go
technology.
into another, dude. We're
and
going.
things.
We're in another. In our second industrial revolution in America, bro. We're really fucking like, dude. Our actual like jobs, like low income jobs, are all gonna be robots, automated. Every
Yeah.
single one of them.
Yeah,
dude.
no,
We're
We're
gonna
not-
be taught to repair those things.
Seriously, like we're actually going
Yeah.
into that time, dude. We really are, and like these smartphones and privacy is not going to be such a value that we're going to care about it pretty soon. You know, because we're just going to want all this convenience presented to us.
We're getting greedy.
I don't know. I think
Well,
privacy
never
is a
mind.
key. I think we need to. I think if we want to save humanity, this is just me speaking on my platform, on my point of view. Get one with nature. Get one with yourself. Like you said, you want to like touch these energies. You gotta let go of earthly attachments, and don't be so materialistic. Even if you just want to be
Yeah.
a better person.
Even in Buddhism,
Yeah.
they're like talking about how like you got to think about the cosmic shit too. You can't just be stuck to Earth.
But it's not even that though. It's the way that we're living on Earth. Why we can't be stuck here? It's the way that we're living. Like we're ignoring everything around us. You know what I'm saying? And we're using up our resources, and we're using up everything like abruptly and like carelessly, and I think that they should change that, man. They should take climate change.
Well, what do you think
seriously.
about the Space Force that Donald Trump's trying to do?
That's fine. You have
For like a
national
military
space
branch.
base. We have
An
a
actual
national
military branch, though,
we have
dedicated for space. Like
well,
the Air
I mean,
Force.
I think
It's the Air Force right now.
I feel like it's kind of unnecessary.
No, it's
I
completely
fucks with
necessary.
it. I fucking fucks with it.
What
That's
if-
the start of the UNSC.
What if
motherfucker.
anything could
It's not a
anything
bad
could
Look,
idea. It's just
look, you know why?
unnecessary.
It's completely
why
necessary.
it's-
Anything could
you know why
exist
I
on
would
another
fuck
planet.
with it? You know why I would fuck with it?
You
It's
feel me? Like, what if
because
we go to Mars and I don't know, there's a big
what
ass. I
makes
don't
you
know
think that
anything.
we haven't had one? We haven't.
We
had
might need
an
one.
I
empty
don't see
space,
it, man.
Like
I don't see it.
unit
Because
already
I
exists.
think
So you
there's
can't
other.
possibly-
I think there's other. I
Not-
do, but I
not
think there's other things that
publicly,
money that
Right.
that
But
money
like,
can
there's
go to.
videos of us shooting down.
Okay, all right,
shit,
you're right.
like,
So
That
there's
make a
gotta
lot
be
more
Los
sense
Angeles.
right now.
You
What
know,
the
like,
fuck
yeah,
do we need a
movie
space
after that.
force
That's
Oh,
all
for
just
yeah.
now?
ran by the.
Okay, I agree.
by the
Okay, that's
Bruce.
different. I didn't know. I thought you were saying it was a bad idea. It was a, okay.
How long ago?
I don't think we should fund that,
And
to be
was
honest.
like a
But at the
random
same time,
object, a
I think it
UFO
should be
flew
funded.
above Los
That
Angeles.
No double conversations.
A
in the
UFO
podcast.
flew above
Yeah.
Los Angeles, and they were trying to shoot at it, and they couldn't shoot it down. So I figured from there, they were doing it. Like they stopped funding NASA, and what they're doing, they're like nowadays we have a whole bunch of privatized
Stop
space
funding
corporation.
NASA. Now let's get a fucking
We have
a
privatized-
space
look,
military. Great
Look,
idea.
look, and NASA
fucking retarded.
has to
Okay,
release its information. Listen, NASA has to release its information to the public. Everything it gets, it gives everything out. NASA is like it has to. It's in like NASA's contract. Now these privatized space corporations aren't governed by our government. They're able to do and see whatever they want and like do things. And it's funny how a lot of that is going on in the United States, and a lot of that things, and then now Trump wants. I didn't even know Trump was talking about making a space thing, but if he is,
Yeah, 'cause
in
they're
my
always
opinion,
talking about him being
he's
a
just trying to
racist.
make it public. He's just trying to make it public. I don't-
Hey,
and take
shouts
credit.
out
And
to
take
Dream
credit.
Catch Up.
Take credit for it.
King
Yeah.
Dream.
You feel me? That's what I think he's trying to do with that whole shit.
Gang,
Yeah, I don't think it's a
Take
bad
credit
idea. I just
for it.
think we don't need that shit
He's-
right
he's-
now.
How do
Yeah,
you take credit for
especially-
something you're
Well,
starting?
you know, their point could be as why they might need one is because all the fucking messages they've been sending into outer space. Hello, we are here shooting shit down into space. Letting everybody know what the fuck, yo, we're humans, we're here. Nigga. So like they're probably like thinking about that shit now. And they're like, yo, we're idiots.
It's more for
These
for
niggas
to-
try to attack us a few times.
It's more. It's more to be a
Bro.
step ahead from like the other leaders in the world. That will definitely move
The
to do
UN,
same
man,
thing.
United Nations.
Fuck the
leaders,
UN,
We're
man.
all part. They're all together, man. We're
No,
all on
bro.
it. We all are
Fuck
scientists.
globalization,
All right,
bro.
how about the thing? What about
I
that?
ain't trying to be a super empire.
It's already there. It's already
No,
there.
it's not.
Yes.
Yeah, U.S. is against it.
The only thing that's not
We're
that's
against
not
it.
there
Trump even said
is
it
that Our
himself.
currency isn't universal, bro. That's the only difference. But
Trump
our
was at the
politics
UN,
is
and
universal.
he said we are against. The U.S. is against globalization.
All right,
All of
but
you
you're
trying
not
to
getting
do
what
this.
I'm saying. Regardless of what he said,
He's aware of all that, and he
global
opposed it
politics
as
is
America.
a thing right now. You feel
because
me?
we don't fucks with globalization.
But
right?
everybody's
Do you
everybody,
like it?
everybody's
Do you
is
like
a
it?
democracy.
Do you like it though?
Everybody's a
Globalization.
democracy, right?
What's everybody?
Every country in the world is a democracy, right?
No, that's not true.
Besides the communist countries and dictated
Like some of the
the ones that
strongest
we're
ones,
against, the ones
also.
we're against,
Like China,
and Russia. You know what I'm saying? Our enemies. You know what I'm saying?
North Korea.
But if you besides them, those few countries out of like how many are there? Like 200 and something. Everybody's a fucking democracy, bro. It's a global it's a global politic. Everybody's in the
Still
same
no,
politics.
because it's a lot of
Like, it's an
dictatorships
illusion,
in there,
but
bro. There's a
regardless of what you're
shit ton of
saying.
dictatorships in there, bro.
I know there's a lot of corrupt democracy at the same time, but it's still fucking.
Everybody wants to come to America, bro. In the world, bro. Like unless
I
you're
don't
in
know,
a in
our
an okay
scientists all
country.
work together.
Unless
you know
you're in
what
a
I'm
country
saying?
that you can
our,
love,
our,
you're not
armies
trying to
all
come-
will all
you're
fight
trying to
together
come
if
to
we all go into war. If you go into war with China, we're gonna have everybody on our back. You know what I'm saying? They have
Besides the people that China
China,
have on their back.
Russia,
Yeah, Russia
North
wouldn't like
Korea.
us. I don't know if
But
Russia
you know,
would side
Japan
with us there.
would side with us.
North Korea would not
France,
side with us.
England, Spain, all these countries.
Yeah, we would
side
have
with us,
most
so.
of Europe, you know.
We'd have most of the world, bro. We'd have the whole world. And we fight anybody. So the world against these few countries, when you think about it. So they make this illusion of diversity, but it's not, man. It's all a thing, man. It's all a bigger plot.
So you meant like a democracy in a
you're-
sense to where like nobody's really pressing anybody. Everybody's just waiting for somebody to be irrational.
No, man. Democracy is when people vote people to like put people in power to take care
Oh,
of.
I thought you
a
meant like in a
community.
sense like a mindset.
Look at Venezuela, bro.
Like their mindsets are like that.
Different, but at the end of the day, where everybody's trying to aim to be is
America is
like a
extremely
democratic-
different from all of those countries.
Yeah, because we're advanced. We're technologically advanced. We're
Not just that.
military. Our military is the best in the world. We've had 200 years
Not
of
even just that.
unprecedented,
True, but not
unregulated
even that.
military research. And our duty as a country is to destabilize and
That helps.
yeah, of
But
course
it's
it
our
helps.
free speech, bro. It's the First Amendment, bro. That's what
Yeah.
sets America apart from all those other countries that are still, a lot of them
No,
democracies,
You're right.
but still they can get thrown in jail for
Free
certain things
speech
that
in
they
our
just say.
roadways.
Yeah, I do.
And utter.
Because you know what defines a
Even in
first world and a
Canada.
third world country. You know what
Even in Canada.
differentiates that?
What is it? Money
I
and
know accessibility. The way
Doesn't Canada have a
roads.
market?
We have highways, railroads,
In
airplanes.
Canada, Martin.
You know what
Oh,
I'm
I see.
saying?
Right.
Most of our roads, for the most part, are like are nice. You don't have
Yeah.
bumpy, holy roads.
yeah, they're not
and,
fucking dirt roads.
Dirt roads and
Yeah.
shit. That's literally what defines what differentiates
And
the first world and
education
third
and
world.
shit. Yeah.
That's something that I saw from a.
I
lecture
like
from a
getting shit
professor.
done, right? I like it with the U.S. actually doing shit right now.
Everybody's doing shit.
Ribbit.
U.S.
Making a difference.
U.S. is making a difference. We just need to make more of a difference, and we could.
Absolutely. And that's where we're all in the middle
That's
ground.
why I think the people should be doing
That's
that.
where everyone
I don't
can
think
meet in
people
the
should
middle
be telling our
and
government
make
to do
shit
it because our
better.
government can do everything at once. People should just start doing what they're
But
telling
that's
the
the
government
point
to
of
do.
democracy, though, dog. That's the whole thing. That's the illusion that's going on right now. Nothing's getting done, and the people want things done. We have the resources, the people to get the things that we want.
And that's
Free
why
healthcare,
that's why
great
someone like
education,
Donald Trump
Hey,
gets
great
put
education.
in the office, bro. 'Cause people can't stand fake politicians, bro. They don't want to have someone just sitting in there and nothing happening. They say they're gonna do this and it just doesn't happen. Donald Trump literally
I don't know,
is
man.
trying
We're
to do
living in a good
everything that
time.
he said.
There's just a lot of things, fucked up shit that
The
are going
tax
on that
cuts.
people are trying to stop.
Trying to build his wall.
I think people should be, instead of trying to stop their government, they should be trying to stop everything else.
Don't
That's
you
what I
think,
think.
like the turn for the outlook of the presidency changed after 9/11? That's where I think the pinnacle change for everything.
I was like
happened.
4
when
years old
everybody
when
was
that
like,
happened. So
oh, conspiracies
I
and
mean-
this. I remember I went home from school. I remember that shit. I went
Yeah.
home from school and
you were in kindergarten or some shit?
kindergarten, first grade, probably some shit like that. And
I don't think I was even in school.
I was 5. I was like
You
5,
were in
6 years
school?
old. Yeah, I was like 5, 6.
4? I think I was in preschool, if anything.
It was no. It was
Are you in
it was
kindergarten at 4?
I was in kindergarten.
Yeah.
No, I was at a kindergarten like 5.
I think I was 5 when I was in kindergarten.
Yeah, I was
Feel me?
5 too. Yeah, I was like 5 years old when that shit happened. No, 6.
But
6.
yeah, no, like
96.
my parents definitely didn't try to
Yeah, I was 6
tell me
years
too
old.
much about it. They kind of informed me, I think, in like the car.
I didn't understand.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
the
didn't
following
understand
day,
obviously what
I
happened.
was just like, wow. And
But
they were
just-
just saying it's a really sad time in America right now. I'm like, oh.
But
I had no
you
clue.
know.
I was oblivious.
think about it though, like that, the whole conspiracy on that's wrapped around that is that our
Yeah.
own government orchestrated that shit and got thousands of people of its own people killed to pass the Patriot Act, which pretty much gave up all of our privacy in the name of the law, like the law. You know what I'm saying? If they seem right, they deem you a terrorist, or they
Paid
deem
off
you
politicians, bro.
and
It's
if
a
they deem
it's
you a
huge
threat,
possibility.
they'll come.
I want it to be proven so bad. I want it to be proven.
Well,
so
what about the
bad,
guy in the
dude.
Super
I really
Bowl?
do. I want
what
to
about the
know.
guy in the Super
for
Bowl
a
when
fact.
he came out? And the guy in the Super Bowl was like, "Oh, 9/11 was real. It was not a hoax." And he came out, and when the guy and they gave the MVP away. I forgot.
They said George Bush orchestrated it.
Yeah, it was during the MVP speech, man. This guy came and said that shit. That's crazy. I just think that the world is just waking up.
Yeah, man. People are finally maybe getting involved with shit.
Get in the chat.
Yeah, get in the chat. Don't be a lurker. But if you're a lurker, I guess that's cool. Do your shit. Just have us playing in the background.
You feel me? But yeah, you were saying.
HB Podcast. I only speak green tea every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. You want to play the theme song? Like, if you can pull it up. Is that thing just automatically
Yeah.
on?
No.
I can
That's how
turn
he
it on.
says shit.
Or,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Saw that.
Well,
We should definitely get a beat going too, man. Like just slip and slide.
Yeah, we'll get to that soon, Space.
Slip and
I
slide.
promise. We'll get
We
to that
already,
soon.
are we an hour?
I
in?
promise. Did you hear me?
He promised me, guys.
We'll get to that soon. But
Slip and slide.
moving on to our sponsor, Premium Gravas.
And Nestle Splash.
They're not too dark. They're pretty damn good. Go get yourself a pack. Enjoy your evening with a Guinness and a fat one.
And Nestle Splash.
You already know. Spacey, tell them about our other sponsor.
Nestle Splash.
Nestle?
Splash.
Nestle.
Splash.
Nestle? Nestle is what you meant?
Nah,
Is that what this?
I kept
That's
saying
what he
it.
said, yeah.
Because you're water?
Splash.
I heard this
That's
shit
what
gets
was
you
the other
cancer.
one. That's the one that makes like strawberry milk and shit.
Splash.
LaCroix got some heat.
Okay.
You see, we're not sipping LaCroix recently.
Yeah, allegations, but they were all dumb.
LaCroix supposedly is intoxicated with roach spray.
They say it's not really, proven to be, harmful to humans. But how much research has really been done on that shit? For how long? And how can we really rely on that shit?
Who's getting high and drinking
Science-
Raid? Who are you? I know you're out there
Science
drinking
nowadays,
Raid.
It doesn't take long to figure shit out. They got like methods for that type of shit. They can just tell you in a day. You know
Probably
what
put
I'm
in some
saying? They
fucking
just gotta-
boiling water.
Yeah, but then you realize, this guy
They
was
test
drinking
that
LaCroix
shit. They
straight
just,
for
it
like
doesn't
a
take
year.
forever,
and-
you feel me? You just get the LaCroix. They probably put a little strip in it.
Yeah, but they just found out about that shit. They just found
They
out
could do
about
it
that
with your
shit.
pee and see what drugs you got. They could probably imagine what they could do with that shit.
Hell yeah.
They got-
they take your strand of hair.
You know how an
and tell you
experiment works?
of the drugs you
Do
did
you know how
in the
it
last
works?
2 years and shit.
You gotta
Water.
conduct
That's
the
crazy.
experiment.
That is
So
true,
you
bro.
want to
That's
conduct the
crazy.
experiment pretty accurately. You want to do
But
like,
that's the type of
all right, let's watch
experiment
this guy
that
for a
doesn't
year. He's gonna
need-
drink LaCroix for a year or 3 months or whatever the fuck, and that takes obviously 3 months
that's
or
a
a
different
year.
type of that's a different type of study though.
No, it's just not a
It's a
rushed,
study of
accelerated
LaCroix on a
study
human.
that's
I mean,
paid
I wouldn't be so
by
right.
someone who's
Dude,
biased.
But
You know, tap
to
water's
find
full of
out
prescription
yeah.
drugs, right? And anything that people throw down the fucking toilet.
Yeah.
It's filled with all of that shit, and you drink it all the time. You know
What am I drinking right now?
Yeah, right now, but
Essentia. It is Essentia and essential.
Shit.
Splash.
I don't know. I just say that the science behind
9.5 pH or higher.
discovering even the
Holy.
pH is a device, bro. You put a
Splash.
probably a little tube in that shit, and it's like a car reader. You feel me? It's
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
magnesium, potassium, phosphate. This is our telling you all sorts of crazy by the chemical and shit. You know, every
Seriously,
bacterium.
just like chug some
Fluoride.
tap water if you want to get high, guys.
Whoa, I need to go.
No, you don't. Sit back down.
No, I need to go.
All right. Slide.
Gang.
Saw dog.
All right,
Duty calls.
You can click that.
Hey,
shit
and
whenever
make
you
sure-
play it. You see
Don't get hurt fighting
Make sure
crime.
you read that spell book I gave you, dude. That guy has magic.
the spell book. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. When I go fight crime.
What are you talking about?
Well,
He's,
about
he's going
some
to
crime.
fight crime.
I
Duty
gave him a
calls.
spell book.
Sodoman, away!
You know me, I read books on how to summon everything. I read a whole chapter in a conjuration school at Winterhold.
Yeah, I was like,
Talking about Skyrim, yeah. All right, so we're talking about Skyrim now.
Skyrim's live, guys. Check Skyrim out. Still has mods coming out of the PC. I don't have any YouTubes to reference.
Did we already play this?
Nope. Live. It's pretty late in here, guys. We got a Halloween project coming for you guys. Get fucking turned, because it's freaking awesome. And it's all produced by us, of course, here at HEB in the lab. And it's going to be pretty nice because it's going to be Soul Eater themed. For those of you who've seen Soul Eater, it's a pretty lit anime, especially when you're a fucking teenager. 14, 16 is a pretty decent age to watch. And it's pretty much going to be centered around that, the cover art and all. It's going to be awesome. My sister's
Cover,
drawing it.
yeah, the cover art's done by an official Martian.
An official Martian, Leah.Mare. You look her up on Instagram. I didn't say at because you know what I'm talking about, nigga. Anyway,
I also got some shit coming for you guys. I know I didn't drop a project for October. You was talking all this shit about project for October, and I produced everything. I produced all of it, but I didn't even release it, and it's unfortunate because it's like, oh fuck.
Wait, hold on, Louis.
Like I didn't.
You said he was a part of the CIA, and I believe
gotta
this.
work,
I believe this motherfucker.
but he's blind
Yeah, listen.
and he can drive.
Look. His eyes, you know how when you see somebody's eyes and they're like gray, you know, I guess when they have cataracts.
Yeah, like
eyes go
Naruto.
away. All right, so he had like he had such bad cataracts that like one time he jumped in the water, like he had a jacuzzi at his house, and he didn't know that there was toads and it was dirty as shit because he had like maids to take care of it, and he got ringworm, and I remember seeing him. He had ringworms out on his face, his back, all over him because he got in some
Wow, that's
really
crazy,
disgusting
dude.
water because you can see.
That's nasty.
But tell me how that same guy who couldn't see who got in the jacuzzi, I was in a car with him driving from the beach after having drinks as he was telling me about conspiracies and stuff like that up a mountain to his house. Exactly
What
to
did he
his
talk
house.
about?
Just like how like the mountain that he lived on, he was saying that he was like, look out as far as you can see. And it's funny how he was saying that because, you know, he can't see. And he was like, look at the clouds. He's like, you think those clouds form naturally? He was like, you think that this land here took millions of years to develop? He was like, these trees, look at the vegetative growth, because he lived on like a whole mountainside. He was like, think about it. He was like, this is like he was telling me that it was created like man-made recently, and like people know how to like you said they were trying to terraform on other planets. I guess we kind of do it. With
And they
like
just change
eyes.
your education
Yeah.
based on that.
But like that part specifically, I feel like maybe they did, but I don't know. Who knows? He could have been talking shit. But on my mom, this guy was blind legally, and I drove with him in a car up a mountain to his house, and he got me to his house.
Was there
And
anything
there was
else?
no point. There was,
Was
no
he your
point in
Uber
time.
driver?
There was no point in time when I thought he was gonna crash either. there was no point in time. I got right in the car with him, like he got this. You feel me? After drinking with him, chilling with him, like and he did it, bro. He did it. He went and drove up that mountain, and he would walk
How'd
around
you
his
meet
house,
him?
and he would,
Exactly?
My father.
Oh,
My father introduced me to him.
Oh,
One of my father's friends.
that's
That's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah. And
And,
he was one of my father's friends. He was a mutual friend of my father's.
We gotta go visit your family, bro.
Yeah, we need to go to DR.
And perform in DR.
Yeah, this shit was crazy.
And you have a lot to show them.
Yeah, there's a lot over there. A lot of family.
What was it, like $50 is much more over there, right?
It's like I forgot. It was like 23 pesos per the dollar. The last
Boom.
time I was there.
How many pesos for a beer? For a Guinness?
Presidente like 15.
Oh,
10,
shit.
15 pesos.
That's expensive.
No, dude, for
Yeah,
a dollar?
Less than a dollar.
That's less
bro.
than a dollar
Less
for
than
a
a dollar.
Guinness, bro.
Some of them are like
I
100.
mean, in
though,
pesos,
the big ones
like,
are like
but in their
100.
currency, it's a lot of money.
They're like 160 pesos probably. Some of them.
All right, so
If you understand
Fuck
crypto,
that.
you can understand this.
okay, so then what's up with that? Have a
Man.
tour.
DR is fun.
DR
fun.
tour.
We're also going to Colorado in spring of 2019.
Hikey.
Crowns wants to come with us, I believe.
Yeah, I'll be out there. I believe.
He's got connections out there too. So, if y'all live in Colorado, hit us up. We'll be out there soon. Come to the performances and shit.
And tell all
The
your
show will be
friends.
lit.
And tell them to bring their friends and bring their bitch.
And why do you go to Colorado anyway?
Smoke weed. every
And
day.
snowboard.
Smoke weed every day.
Lewis, you're gonna snowboard.
Oh my god, it's gonna be guys.
It's hard.
I'm gonna go live when I do.
Or you can ski if you
You
want
know
to ski.
why it's
you can do
hard? You
that.
know why it's hard?
I'm
when
gonna
you
go live when I
snowboard,
do
in
it.
my opinion. You ever snowboarded and skied? Have you done both?
No.
I have.
I've only
Skiing
snowboarded.
boarded.
Skiing is easier than snowboarding because I feel like it's more like your gravity, your central gravity.
Right.
Like you're more like, it's easier. 'Cause you're like
You're always
standing
on your.
straight.
You're always
You,
sideways.
like your central
on a
gravity,
snowboard
sense of
type
gravity,
shit.
like your
Yeah.
direction and like your, I don't know, your inner compass just feels right. When you're on a snowboard,
Right.
you're to the side like you're on a skateboard, but you have no, like, the way you slow down is you go wave, like
Yeah.
you're doing a wave, or you do go completely sideways and like skirt, but like, I don't know, it's just hard. I always bust my ass. Snowboarding's fun, I guess, for when you learn how to do it, but if you like to go fast and like fucking dip and do crazy shit and go through trails and you want to do that type of shit quick, I'd buy skiing. Now if you want to like do tricks and look cool and shit like that. then
Hey, bro,
snowboard.
snowboarding was pretty fucking lit, man. That was pretty lit. I went to Keystone, bro.
In Colorado?
Yeah, I just met some people out there.
And
I
snowboarding?
was 17. Yeah.
That's dope. How was it? Was it like how I said, or?
Yeah, bro. It was fucking lit. Like
Yeah.
G shit. Like.
But
Well, I mean, like, one
how about
time-
the learning of it.
They just told me the toe edge was the only thing I needed to worry about, which was, you know, when you, like, your toes are, you know,
Oh,
you're
yeah, yeah.
facing
Yeah,
away
you're
from the
saying.
mountain and, like,
Yeah, you get
like,
the snow,
you-
you catch it.
yeah, you catch the snow and
Eat
you
shit.
face plant right there. You eat shit. I
But
told you about that.
You fly
I did
off
that
the
once.
snowboard.
I did that
turning,
once.
you
I got
fly
dizzy
around
as
turning.
fuck because, you know, I had to fall a couple times. Yeah, I was,
Yeah.
which, like, I wanted to do a little bit.
When I
That's
was
crazy.
skiing,
I
bro,
was
I used to get mad scared because of how fast I was going.
Just like, let's get it over with type of shit, you know,
Going
like,
fast as fuck.
and, you know.
Shredding.
So I'm gonna be a little bit more used to it when I go back. I've only done it once. I did 1 full day of that.
Yeah, I did. I had my own snowboard. I was about to start snowboarding when I was in Canada. I was
That's
staying in
fucking
Montreal.
You still have your own snowboard?
Yeah, I do. It's in Canada though. So it's like
Canada.
yeah, my mom's house. Shout out to my mama Dukes.
Shouts out to Canada.
Yeah.
Mama Dukes.
Monarchy.
Also shout out. Yeah, shout out over there, but fucking. I was gonna start snowboarding again when I was over there, but I left before it started snowing. So I didn't get to snowboard over there. Last time I snowboarded and skied, I was probably about like 13, 12, 13. And like as a kid, I used to go on trips with my mom and dad, and we would like go skiing and stay in like hotels and stuff like that.
That's cool.
Experience like experience. I went to Nevada as a kid and stayed by the Mount Rose. I even
That's
remember the Mount Rose. It was our ski mountain, and there's a lake that divides like Nevada and I think Cali or like Colorado. I don't know where the fuck I was in Nevada, and it's called it's a lake. It's a famous lake. Fucking what's the name of it? And like on one side of the lake, it's like California. Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
Once
one side
we
of the lake,
drop
weed's
this
illegal.
project, this
One
AGB
part it's
project, we're on the fucking move, bro. We on the move at that point. We're doing hella shows down here locally in Miami,
Hey,
Broward,
I fuck with local shows, man.
and then we're gonna go to Tally. We're gonna do that shit. Maybe we can go to Port St. Lucie.
I
if
say
you
we
want.
go straight
Or,
to
you know,
Cali.
St. Petersburg if you want.
Bring our flow. Bring our fucking. Bring
That's
our
where we're
Miami
going, bro.
shit or Dade County
We're
shit
gonna
over
drive-
there to
We're
California.
going to Tally. Then we're gonna go to Atlanta,
That's gonna be live.
and
That's
then
gonna be crazy.
where are we gonna go after that?
Cali, bro. That's destination.
Cali-
I
Well,
think that
Cali,
should be
if any,
like I don't want to say final. I want that to be like.
Cali's the first destination to start from
Bomb.
and just go everywhere in Cali. 'Cause
I think-
Cali's the best
Yeah, bro.
place.
You got San Diego, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Oakland, fucking. You know what I'm saying? Like those are big cities, big populations with a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Florida, you got Dade County. You got Dade County. You got Broward County. Then you got Fort Myers, I guess, Orlando. But all that shit's scarce when you go up there. Once you start going up there, I fuck with you in Florida team forever. You know, we gotta get this bag.
You feel me?
And then we'll come and show love. We'll do shows for free. Fuck that. We'll do shows for free in our hometown. You know what
If
I'm
you're
saying?
throwing a party, free.
Hit us
Let's
up,
do
man.
it.
Hometown
Turn up.
love shit.
Email, man, fast as possible. Tell your friends.
DM High
Free
Eagle
show, you know what I'm
Bachelor.
saying? Walk up in there, swipe a couple of
Nah, we gotta be real. We'll be rich
If you need some studio time,
We're just gonna
hit
go
us
in
up.
there, perform, and go to the next one.
Email is hebachelors@gmail.com.
Skr, skr.
Twitter
In
handle.
Cali, we be driving down the street.
HE
you got
Bachelors.
Beyonce living next to Chris Brown, living next to Soulja Boy, living next to fucking everybody.
I'm gonna throw an egg at Soulja Boy.
Big Mensa over
You
there.
ain't about it.
I'll throw an egg over. I won't hit it, but I bet you that shit gonna
Yeah,
hit the ground,
there should
and the
be
dog's
a-
gonna fucking run.
There should be a section who gets the egg thrown at him for the day. Who gets like the fucking who gets the
Dude,
slap
easy.
or the King Duck Award for the day. My King Duck Award. All right, that's what I'm gonna say. King Duck Award for the day for me would have to be Vic Mensa. Second week in a row. Vic Mensa's King Duck Award. I heard the Cypher was trash, man. It started a whole crazy controversy with a trash cipher.
What about that lady that said she was part Native American on BET? But okay, we talking about BET.
Oh no, what are you talking about? Indian what?
I forgot her name. Like Einstein? No, not the fuck Einstein. I don't
Oh,
know.
Einstein.
No, not Einstein. I don't know what her name was. I forgot. But anyways, yeah, it's just some lady, like some professor from Harvard. You know,
Unless you want
she was like running. She's trying to run against Donald Trump
for president.
for 2020. Yeah.
She's gonna win. I don't think Trump might win.
Bro, she just said that she's Native American, and the results came that she is 1 in 1,024th Native American.
She's barely a Native American.
She's
not Native American.
Less than a drop of blood.
A Native American fucked someone in her family.
Alex Jones did the measurements on her like blood count and everything from
How
her
the fuck
size.
did he get her blood count?
Just her size, you know, and shit like that. You know, like just normal information that you can do that with. But like, you know, just like estimated, you know, like. But and he was like, all right, so then that means that literally, like, out of
All
like
the blood.
it's less than a drop of blood, Native American.
All right, so that she's not gonna win. There's got a liar on her hands. She might win. If Trump won, anything's possible.
True. I want to see someone step up and
Got
you
an
know,
actor as the fucking president right now, dude.
an actor and a real estate
Businessman.
I can't even say like a real estate agent or owner or tycoon. He's so fucked up, bro. It's like we had no options. We were like, we can't go with Hillary. We were like, this bitch is gonna kill us.
She's gonna kill us.
We're like, this girl is crazy. So I like how Dave Chappelle, I forget how are you gonna vote for a woman who faints when she tries to stand up too quick? She's like, hold me.
Oh shit! How are you gonna vote for one?
She does. She has like fainting problems. She has like.
Yeah, that's true. Right? She has bad health issues, and you know, like they say that she faked some of it in the early days, and if not, whatever. There's a lot of
Live
like
a lie,
Clinton,
turn into it, right?
There's a lot of Clinton bribes,
Right.
a lot of criminal history in that family that a lot of people know about.
Who knows? I don't know. Nothing. Just know I hear a lot of fucked up shit associated with everybody who's in that office right now. But the guy who like funded Trump, like his campaign.
Yeah, I mean the
that
Clinton
guy got
shit's
caught
been out for a
like,
while.
3 counts of rape, 3 different counts of rape, child molestation or something like that. His chief executive campaign manager. That's wild. Everybody's
all
got
this-
their dirt, bro.
All this rape, you know, being thrown around. It's crazy. It's crazy, dude. It's just rape, racist, rape.
We're gonna hear like some guy come on and just be like, dude, I'm tired of it. They're taking advantage of me. Nobody's gonna give a fuck.
Moving to
Shut
Antarctica.
up, dude. Like, shut up, faggot.
Oh my god. Is it dying?
Yeah, 7%.
You should play a beat before.
All right,
she
yeah,
goes
I'll play a
kaput.
beat. But,
One time for the
wrap this shit up with a beat.
They had like their mind on like rap meat mode.
Space Time. Xenoverse is coming
8:55.
soon.
Yeah, it is. DeAndre's giving me Xenoverse. I'm gonna bring my character back up. I'm gonna be whooping niggas' asses. When I was playing Xenoverse 2. Alright, guys.
What is Xenoverse?
Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse is pretty much the
Oh, yeah,
entire
yeah.
story all the way up to like where we are now. Dragon Ball Super ended, and you make your own custom character, and you basically go through time and you're fixing the timeline, but you're pretty much OP, you know, because dog, it's so crazy. You can go Super Saiyan God, you can go Ultra Instinct, you can go Golden Frieza. Like, it's wild. You can turn into the giant Super Namek. Nameks are annoying. The male Boos kind of suck because they have a really slow play style. That's my main though, and I whoop niggas' asses with that fat nigga. I'm a fat ass nigga, just fucking. I run Candy Bean, bitch. Turn niggas to candy and shit. Laugh, regen stamina, running their shit. Like, bro, it's live and it's action. It's all action. He's a little RPG
I
ish.
played the first one that came out. I liked it somewhat, but
When I get it, I'm gonna let you play. I'll let you make a character on it, cause I have like 5 characters, and all my characters are over level 50. My main's like level
Do you think
80.
Dragon Ball Z got better with time, or do you think it got worse?
I don't think it got bad at all.
Worse.
Nah, I think it was pretty good. I think
I
that
think it was more gory back in the day and more on that.
It definitely
it was bloodier.
You know, once it got popular in America, you know, you had to, you know, succumb to a lot of censoring to get it to a lot more of eyes, you know, and get a lot more things, you know, make a lot more money. You feel me?
But they still
Pokemon.
scrap though. They scrap as hard. You know, there's still some.
They did it
blood-
to get more viewers, bro.
I think Pokemon's
Like Attack on Titan, you know, was
Pokemon
like,
is.
the thing about Attack on Titan, bro.
Pokemon
Everybody
is
loved that
shit.
shit
Back in the
because
day,
there wasn't a
the
lot of
movies were
gory
all dope.
animes that were coming out.
What?
You know,
What happened?
Attack on Titan. I feel like everybody loved that shit because it was a good anime that was like gory as fuck, you know, and like just like tore down like
There's a lot.
any
of
feelings you had
animes.
for any characters. Just like
Even Naruto was like gory at some points. You know, when it first came
Mm.
out. You know,
Naruto is the legend.
it's-
Is the legend. Like I can't believe that shit came out like
Bleach
when
too.
it did because
Bleach too.
I'm so
I like
forever
Samurai
grateful, bro.
Champloo. You ever seen that?
I'm
Yeah.
forever grateful for being at this age and seeing Naruto the day it came out. You know, day by day, week by week, I would watch the new episode. You feel me? Right when it came to America, you know, English version, Cartoon Network, Adult Swim, you know, whatever. Toonami.
I read it before.
Shouts out to Toonami, but
Shouts
you know.
out to Toonami.
Samurai Jack, bro. Fuck all that. Samurai Jack
Oh,
is the
dog.
dopest shit.
That shit was
Yeah,
awesome.
that
But
nigga
it was
was
not better than Naruto.
Dog, that's
But it was
story wise and
amazing.
like obviously in depth wise. I'm just talking about from like my point of view.
Mhm.
I like Samurai Jack. It's better, it's simpler, and it's straight to the point. And it was like I don't know.
It wasn't
for a
so
child-
much simple.
for a
It wasn't that simple. It was a pretty in-depth show.
No,
bro.
it
Shit
wasn't.
was deep.
It's an
Naruto
in-depth
got really
concept,
complicated when
but,
Shippuden
like,
really.
the way
hit
that
the
they
table.
went about things, it was like
Shippuden-
simple. Shippuden is like
That's what
I
made
feel
Naruto
like
complicated.
Naruto is more like I can't even.
It's a drama.
Yeah, it's a drama anime. It's like like Samurai Jack's a drama too, but it's more cartoon. You know, it's like
Yeah,
like
that
Naruto's-
style.
Naruto started off kind of like a cartoon, but it was always had this eerie like vibe to it. You know what I'm saying? Like
What's
like it's-
eerie about it?
like eerie as in like it was the shit. It was the shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Right.
He died.
Right. I was just about to play that beat.
I'm grabbing the charger.
But anyways,
I don't know. That shit is, I like that.
it's
shit.
not gonna reach those.
You know, and they have them jits all
It
fight
won't
each
reach.
other, and then like everybody's always dying in that shit. You know, Naruto, and like they were fighting
Yeah,
to the
man.
death. They were doing that shit. It sucked.
Wars, bro. Ninja Wars. This shit was crazy.
You know, I didn't really. Well, I only watched like the first like Naruto, and then I read about it. Like I kept up with the manga
Right.
the whole way to the end. And that shit got crazy to me. I was just like, oh shit.
Yeah, man.
I can imagine how like I've seen parts of Shippuden and I like.
But do you like Dragon Ball Z more than Naruto?
Nah, dude.
No.
Old Dragon Ball Z, I can compare with it, can keep up with it, but not new Dragon Ball Z. Old Dragon Ball
Your
Z,
sleeve. Goku's so much stronger now, nigga.
of course, but it's not about how strong he was. It's just about the plot and like how everything went
The
down.
plot's more in depth. The old ones didn't even have that deep of a plot.
I know it's not.
So
it wasn't,
in
but
your
it was
case,
just
Lewis,
like the
what's your
cartoon.
opinion?
My opinion is that it got better because I
No,
watched
no. Which one is Dragon Ball Z better than Naruto?
No. Naruto
As a series.
has way better character rapport. You can get connected to people. You know
We're
who
not talking
they
about
are.
Boruto.
I know you know them. You know their lives. Everybody has flashbacks. You like the character. In
That's
Dragon
because
Ball
that shit
Z,
was so damn long.
in Dragon Ball Z, it's like right here,
One
Cell.
Piece,
Cell's
too.
made in lab. Cell wants to kill.
Don't sleep
One
on
Piece?
One Piece.
One Piece was
The
pretty
manga.
fucking-
One
I
Piece
read
is
the-
still going.
Yeah, One Piece still going. This shit's crazy.
It's number one in Japan. It's
Bleach.
number 1 and 2. The monk.
Bleach is. Oh no, Bleach
Top
ended.
10.
Bleach ended. That shit's over with.
One Piece, I need to watch. It's actually really good.
Seven
I
Deadly
watched a
Sins.
lot of One
I've
Piece
seen
when I was a
seven.
little kid when it came out, you know, and also like down the line a little bit more. And I'm gonna rewatch more because
No, watch the new ones, dude. It grew with its audience.
yeah,
One
I
Piece
didn't watch
gets
a lot.
crazy.
I just saw the fights and shit. You feel me? A lot of the
Yeah.
fights. I didn't see like the story as much.
I read that shit like at one point, like this kid, the Luffy, the main character, his brother
The boss.
was like a dope ass fighter.
Fire.
Fire. He has like a fire. I think his name was like. He was the son of him, and the son was raised with Luffy, but then that nigga gets killed. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, I saw that shit too. I
That's
saw
all.
that.
You
on
said
Tsunami.
spoiler alert after you said the Leonard gets killed.
Right. Sorry.
That's fucking. I just thought that shit was funny as fuck.
Right.
I meant to say it before.
The thing is, like, whenever I think about these animes, and I always want to see like the writers come together and really write down who would win a fight, and they have to be 100% honest with everybody's capabilities.
With between who though? Like who you
Like,
compare?
like you say, Ichigo and Naruto. Naruto could potentially patch him.
I don't think so because the realm that he deals with, that he's in, that like Bleach is in, is the death realm. It's like the soul realm.
I
It's
know,
a whole
but the
different-
thing is that they have to be put on a platform where
They're,
they can
they're
fight.
soul reapers. They're grim reapers. You feel me?
But
So,
they
like
can-
the grim
but-
reaper
but-
represented
okay, but-
in Naruto. What is he?
Naruto
representing?
can kill gods though.
Yeah, Naruto's killed gods before.
Yeah.
He has a god
So-
inside of his body.
Imagine all the soul reaper army. And, you know, Ichigo. He's like.
I think
I don't
Naruto. I think
know,
you
I just
know,
And then
it's like,
an
my
army of
case is-
Naruto's.
My
with
case.
the fox activated, like they
My
all
case
do it.
And a
is-
giant
my
ass
case is,
fox
though, dude, is that Naruto is
shooting
all this shit though, but he's
dark
like
chakra
in
balls.
life though, in life, like he can, you know, he's powerful as he can be in life. But we're talking about life after, like death, like life after life. So this is the whole realm that. You know,
But
like
dude,
the,
okay,
you
but
see
you
Grim
can
Reapers
still-
that are like in the jutsus or whatever the fuck.
They can fight on the
like
third
when they
on the
seal
Earth
the
plane.
Orochimaru.
But you know about Sage of Six Paths.
Who's that?
Well,
Who exactly who you're talking about? The
Sage
old
of
guy.
Six Paths.
The old guy, yeah, the guy who divided that.
Well,
chakra.
it's no the two
it's the
sons that
Renegon.
the two sons that
Unlocks
came
it.
from the
Yeah.
creator of
But
that reincarnate all the time.
Kaguya. Kaguya?
Nah, they're
I think
his. They're his jits.
It was
Yeah, yeah.
Hiroshima.
Hiroshima and-
Hiroshima is the Japanese.
I don't remember. Yeah, it's not Hiroshima. It's fucking.
Japanese city.
Yo, I ain't laughing
Look
at
at
that.
his family fucked up.
Yeah, that's
I
fucked up.
just said that shit.
That's not Hiroshima.
But yeah,
There's
like
a serious
they
thing that
were
happened.
they were beings that were spiritual, but they manifest into the third realm, which they did in
Dude,
Bleach before.
That's fucked up.
You know what I'm saying? People could
I
see
didn't
them.
mean to say that.
You remember that episode, like when the people could see them and shit, just because they can do that. And if they fought on that platform, Ichigo wouldn't go into the soul realm and fight him.
Hashirama.
You remember the week that in
Hashirama.
Bleach? In Bleach,
Hashirama.
there's
Hashirama.
there's
Hiroshima.
souls.
Hashirama.
Look, there's souls in Bleach.
Hashirama's
Right,
a
fuck
god.
the Bleach
I
heavy
think.
that were like
He's the son.
souls that you were explaining that were
He's-
stuck in this realm.
He was the
weak,
good son.
that
right?
didn't have any soul energy.
Yeah, I think in
and-
Japanese mythology is the same.
And Ichigo, that's what he used to do in the beginning. He would he could see dead people, so he would help them out. Like,
Yeah,
if
Naruto more reflected Buddhism.
So but Naruto,
Yeah.
like the soul people that you're talking about, were like the weak people with soul energy. Now,
Well,
you get
okay,
these
so,
people
alright,
with
fine.
soul energy.
Sasuke can fight him because Sasuke has Rinnegan, which can let him go to any dimension.
That's
so
not a
visual
dimension,
prowess,
That's
bro.
this is a whole.
He
this is
can
not a
do it. He
dimension,
can
though.
go. Do
I'm
they
not-
went
I'm
to
not
another
gonna-
dimension?
I'm not
After
gonna do
death,
that. I'm
this
gonna
is-
let you guys.
Wait,
This is not
remember
even-
okay,
this is not
Kaguya,
even-
the creator of Chakra,
So
was in
Neji
another
is for
dimension.
Ichigo.
So she was.
And
She was in like
is-
death. She
or
could
they're
deal
both-
with the
Yes,
dead
because
like
she
that.
was
guess.
life itself. She created everything. She was the center of the universe, pretty much. And then she created it, and then she had her kids, and then her kids rebelled her and
Well,
sealed
but
her
you
away.
gotta take
Ichigo
this-
versus Naruto.
You
We're
gotta take
talking
this into
about, right?
consideration. This is two completely
We're going
different
Ichigo versus
storylines.
Naruto, yeah, technically.
This is two completely different.
going
storylines.
in.
With the Sage of Six Paths,
I'm
Naruto
judged.
can access, like, seeing spirits. He can see that. And not to mention
So can
Uzumaki, and they
Ichigo.
kind of do that shit
So
already.
could Ichigo. But the whole thing.
But
like
that's the
you
thing,
said,
he can fight Ichigo on that level.
The creator of the universe and
You're saying they can't fight.
He's saying
They
he's trying
can
to
fight.
find.
are
he-
two completely
he can't
different
find
people. Like the
something
the
that
creator
Ichigo
of,
has
of
over
the Soul
Naruto.
Reaper and all that shit is God, nigga. That nigga can't even come near that nigga. You feel me? He has his own
But
plans.
so
everything.
you're saying that he
Like,
beat
so-
Naruto?
It's a whole different
They're put
story.
into a fight.
storyline. Like they're put into a fight.
No,
Yeah,
no, not
yeah, I
their
think they
storyline. No,
do.
get rid of all that. Their abilities.
Do
We're
you
talking
think
about just
Ichigo
them,
could
as
kill
powerful
Naruto?
as they are.
Yeah, dude. Hell yeah,
You-
he's a hollow mixed with a Quincy, mixed with a human.
And you don't
mixed with a
believe that,
Soul
right?
Reaper.
Now, here's the thing. I know how strong that is. So I believe Naruto could potentially patch him though, because Naruto has never ever gone full on out with using those black
Yeah,
chakra
Ichigo
balls are,
ha-
are
Ichigo-
masses of
just
enormous
like-
chakra
bro,
just concentrated,
that
and
guy-
he holds them.
Bro, just like that guy,
then
that
he-
Soul Reaper guy, dude, he has like limitless, like.
He's
spirit
not. No,
energy.
he does. He's not limitless.
Yeah, he
he's
is,
not.
dude.
He's not
Kenpachi
unlimited.
is
He is not
limitless.
unlimited. No,
Yes,
he is
he
not.
is, dude.
Kenpachi's not unlimited.
He's unlimited and
Oh,
immortal.
listen,
Unlimited and
listen.
immortal.
He's a.
And
That doesn't
I
make
know,
him unlimited.
I-
But he can get. He can get tired out.
and and Ichigo can pass that shit. That's all I'm saying.
Kenpachi would
Nobody
patch
went-
a lot of people in Naruto, but here's the
Everybody
thing.
died in,
Kenpachi would beat
Bleach.
Kakashi.
Didn't die.
Kenpachi wouldn't beat Sasuke. Sasuke would honestly beat him
You
because
can't-
Sasuke
you can't
has
kill
the
him.
he has the
Alright,
Sharingan
alright,
and
so
the
alright,
Rinnegan.
alright.
He can teleport him to another dimension.
I'll crush that. All right, so you know who I think would be Naruto in anime? The guy from Seven Deadly Sins,
Meliodas.
Meliodas.
Meliodas wouldn't beat Naruto.
Yeah, he
No.
would.
He's immortal,
100%.
but the thing is that if they had a fight, Meliodas would lose realistically in a fight
He
because
has no limit. That nigga has no limit. He was fighting gods and killing
Dude,
the
he
whole.
lost,
He was,
but he lost.
He was.
He lost against the Ten Commandments, and then fucking Pride came and saved them, and Pride fucked their ass up. He made truth lie.
Did he get you there?
He didn't lose.
He
didn't
made
lose. All right,
truth
look,
lie,
he didn't,
bro.
He didn't
He
lose?
didn't lose against. All right, look. What happened was is that he knew that his body was like weakening or some shit like that. His hold on his because this nigga has like unlimited power. He's the Demon King's son.
Wait, so his body
the
was
Demon King's-
weakening.
Yeah. So
That
when,
doesn't
every
mean you're
time look,
losing?
So at
look,
full
when he,
power,
look,
he'd be
when he
unbeatable.
doesn't die. He doesn't die. So what happens is his body just gets weaker as he gets older.
Right,
the
right.
longer he lives.
But
He's
if
been
you
around
can't
since the
win,
beginning of time.
what happened if you had to leave the fight?
He didn't. He
You
didn't
lose,
lose
right?
though. He didn't lose.
He
the
lost
fight.
Just
that
that, you don't have to die to lose.
Literally,
you
there,
feel me?
dude, the fucking what was his
Right?
name? You
Right?
remember which
Am I
Ten
wrong?
The
Commandments I'm
only
talking
reason
about?
why he died is because they trapped him with that shit. The only
Bro, but
reason-
he lost.
The
That's my
pacifism.
point.
He
And
couldn't-
Naruto,
He couldn't kill anybody. because
Naruto's
he killed
lost.
anybody.
I think that if he fought Naruto would patch him because Naruto can clone himself holding six
Okay.
masses of enormous chakra energy and then have all of them doing everything he's doing. The only reason
Meliodas
when you
has no
see
limit though. He
Okay,
has
but-
no limit.
well, that's
He
it.
has
But
unlimited
Meliodas
power,
is-
unlimited
Meliodas can
power.
lose, but
When
he can lose.
When he came back,
But he can
He can
lose.
throw Meliodas into.
He
fucking
lost 'cause it
space.
was like-
you feel
he
me?
wanted to.
Literally, like the only person I think Naruto can't beat is One Punch Man.
Yeah, not One Punch Man.
Okay.
He'll beat all that
But
shit.
I'm not putting anybody One
He'll
Punch Man.
beat
I put
all
One Punch
that
Man
shit.
against Superman.
Nah, he'll beat Superman because One Punch.
Potentially he could beat Superman. Superman.
As, like,
Superman,
original
if-
Superman.
I want to
Right?
see
Original
One
Superman.
Punch Man versus Naruto. I really want to see that.
Nah,
I
Punch
know
Man-
One
there's
Punch
no
Man in
contest.
his
There's
world,
no contest.
he would win.
Nah, bro. One Punch
But
Man.
in Naruto's world, like you can't be One Punch Man. There is no One Punch Man. You
Well, no.
feel me?
Here's the thing. We have to
So it's
apply
like,
the
whose
way.
world are we playing? We have
No,
to-
no, no,
So
no, no,
you
no,
gotta
no,
take
no,
away
no, no, wait,
the
wait,
fact
this
that
is
he
exactly-
can't die.
Hey,
No,
hold
no.
up.
If Naruto can die, he can die.
No,
if
here's
you're
the
gonna
thing.
put him in the
That's
same
why-
world.
that's why-
Meliodas can't die though, so that's why.
No, here's my
where I
point.
stand, like,
No,
this
here's my
nigga-
But
point.
my
No,
point was
we
that
have
that
to
shit
fight.
matters.
They have to fight to
stronger.
that standard.
And then like when he is at his
Because if
full
you're actually
form,
gonna put 'em
he's
together.
undefeatable. When he's at his full form, normal form, that little body that he's in is to contain him. It's to try
Okay,
to
then we
contain
have to
and
put him
restrain-
against
and
somebody
restrain
who's
him.
unbeatable
But
because
when-
Naruto's beatable. Ultra Instinct Goku. Easy. That's when he taps it. That's when he goes into angel mode.
Yeah. But
Then
the
I'll-
thing is, Meliodas kills angels. Angels run. He fought the
Is
whole
there
path.
anyone-
But that's why if they fight, you think
Hold
you
on.
win?
In
New
the
question.
storyline, all the archangels fear this nigga. That's why they're
New
not
question.
coming after him, and he's living on Earth normal.
Is there anyone in Dragon Ball Z that
We
can beat
can't-
Goku?
Now, no, not anymore. Not with Ultra Instinct. With Ultra Instinct, dude. Now that nigga that he
I don't
brought, he
know
went
much.
against
Meliodas.
I forgot his name. He's a big purple nigga. That big purple
I
nigga
meant,
might
like,
fuck
in the
Meliodas
Dragon
up,
Ball
bro.
series.
What big
The
purple
Pride
nigga?
Trooper from the dude. That nigga is so Jiren. That nigga is so
From who?
strong, bro.
From
and
who?
this dude, he beat the time skipper. This nigga was skipping through time, and this nigga
What
saw
are you
through
talking
it.
about? Dragon
He
Ball Z?
pulled this nigga tried to
Yeah.
time skip and pulled him out of the fucking portal. Just dude, Hit took an L. He beat the
Okay.
shit out of Hit, and I think that he could protect because mind you, this was a tournament for the universe. That's why I put those
Is-
characters
okay.
in like a really high regard.
Do you have
how
anything
strong
to
they
say
are.
on that? The question was: is there
It's not
anyone in
DCS.
Dragon Ball Z that can beat
One-
Goku?
One Punch.
Nobody.
Man.
Nobody
No,
anymore.
in the Dragon Ball Z universe.
obviously
Not anymore. No.
nobody.
No?
Not right
Oh,
now.
Gohan.
Alright.
Gohan.
No, not right now. Gohan can't beat him right
Gohan
now.
is known to be like the strongest. Like
He was, but he's not anymore because Chi-Chi fucked up his training. Even though he came back and he went and he got Mystic Form. Mystic Form ain't shit. Gohan got his ass whooped by Kefla, by Girl
I don't
Broly.
know,
Girl
I
Broly
don't-
beat his ass, bro. She beat the shit out of him. Like, sorry,
I don't know
Gohan.
too much. I don't know too much about.
All
it. I
right.
remember
My next
the
question
shit.
is: all right. So Ichigo, anyone
Ichigo
can anyone
was-
beat
that's
him?
A good matchup.
Can
yeah.
anyone beat him
Meliodas
in
would beat
the
him.
Bleach
Yes.
universe?
Right now,
Nah, never.
Not in the end, not in the end, no.
So is he the number one in his universe too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So
comes out on
Naruto.
top.
Is there anyone in the Naruto universe that can kill Naruto?
Kaguya, like those people that. But I think that Naruto, I think he would prevail. We didn't see it.
He did prevail.
The thing is
and those
that
guys are strong enough to kill
one
other
thing
people.
I would say is you're also not crediting him for
Well, we just talked
himself.
about the big
Hold on,
dogs,
let me
right?
finish. Let me finish.
Those
One
niggas
Punch
are
Man.
big
Let me
dogs.
finish.
One Punch Man.
Okay, but One Punch
For
Man.
for him, you're not crediting Naruto for him actually himself creating all of those relationships himself and making sure that he had those relationships with those people that came to help.
Well,
and they never
I
were
can't
the
credit
ones
that
that
in a
did
1v1
that.
fight.
It was always him that made those relationships.
Well,
Just saying that.
I appreciate
Like if you
that.
came to help Naruto, it's because he fucking saved your ass a million times. You feel me?
All right, but in a 1v1,
What
he's
are
not
we
gonna have
talking
help.
about? Who's 1v1 who now? I'm confused.
No,
He's
we're still
talking
Naruto
about,
and
like-
Ichigo still. We still need to be
He's
on
talking
Naruto
about,
and Ichigo because Naruto
can't.
could potentially be killed
go
by those.
1v1. Yes, you're right.
I
Absolutely.
think Naruto
You know,
would win,
I-
but they could. But those, that's what I'm saying. Those guys could kill. I think Ichigo would have a run for his money against fucking Kaguya. This nigga ran up in him because she's a fucking being in all dimensions. So if he wants to fight her, this bitch literally channels and creates anything she wants
That's
in her
what
dimension.
all those Soul Reapers and Hollows, they're beings that can access all dimensions, dog. Constantly.
But the thing is that they don't
Constantly. All
but
of
they
them
don't
can.
they cannot conjure
All of
anything
them
just
can
out of
go
space.
with- all of them
They
can
can't
go-
conjure anything out of space
Look, all of
though.
them can go within every realm except the heavenly realm, and the only people who can speak for them is the Quincy's. The Quincy's are the only ones who have the access to the light power,
Mhm.
and you know what I'm saying. And they make them. They're the Soul Reapers' #1 enemies, but they Soul Reapers kill them off. But then there's like a whole plot. But like, that's why I said Ichigo has that power that's like unlimited. Kyuga, he has that shit mixed with the Soul Reapers that can travel dimensions, interdimensional power, just like
But
all of the
but-
and Hollows, which is like.
But that's
a whole
not
other
they
thing.
can't conjure anything out of matter, out of just nowhere.
Yeah, they can.
No, they can't because Ichigo's never
What
did
do you
it.
mean?
They've
His
used their
bow, his powers and their swords themselves do it, bro.
dude,
Their
but
swords
okay, but
themselves have
what,
peoples,
what did
they're
they
individuals.
showcase? What do they showcase? They literally conjure weapons
They
or they
have-
conjure attacks. They channel energy and throw it. That's what they do. Kaguya can literally change the dimension that you're on right in front. Like literally, this could just turn into a
What
swamp.
about that?
She can
number
do that.
4 guy, bro. In his castle, he created that whole castle with his.
Bro, that was him using his energy to do that. He
That's
all right.
the whole point of it.
But
That's
dude, but
conjuring.
none of them. Oh, but how come none of them use it to fight? None of them
They
ever
do.
just.
What do you mean?
No.
Ryuga turns his sword into the fucking dragon, and the other guy.
Okay,
turns
but
his
dude,
shit-
that's his sword is a freaking dragon. It's a fucking serpent sword that
No,
comes
he
out.
turns that shit. That's what his.
But that,
soul,
but
like his
they
Baki
channel
is, like
energy,
his
bro.
soul.
Kaguya doesn't need to use energy to just change the dimension. That's what I'm saying. She controls the entire dimension. If he
Neither
if
does
he
the
gets
Soul Reapers,
and
though, bro.
it's her own dimension.
Neither do the Soul
He doesn't
Reapers.
own a dimension. It's her own dimension. If she like, okay, we put him in a middle ground where they have to
So
fight.
she's
King.
in charge of the human world and their
Is
dimension
it her
and the
own
hollow
dimension?
world.
That doesn't
in
mean
charge.
anything. That doesn't mean anything. She has her own dimension. She's separate. She literally has. She
the
creates.
Soul Kingdom. Soul
That
Reapers
has nothing to do with whether or
It's
not
its own thing.
Ichigo would beat her. I'm talking about Ichigo would beat, but I mean Ichigo would not beat her because she
They
can
didn't
do
actually
that.
kill her, did they?
No, they
kill-
sealed her away.
Right.
They sealed her away because
Oh.
you can't kill her. She's everything.
Like
you legit
she's
can't kill
pretty
her.
much immortal. So,
Yeah.
but
Like
Ichigo's
Aizen.
not immortal. Aizen's immortal. Aizen can conjure shit.
There's
create
actually,
shit,
like,
fire,
But
do
Kaguya
all that.
Aizen
was
would not
actually-
beat her because Ichigo
I
beat the
think
shit out of him.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
dude, I'm now
That's
like
what
hearing
I'm
shit.
saying.
Like Kaguya was a part of like the
Kaguya,
family.
but
They had
Aizen didn't
Kaguya
control.
was
He
one
didn't
of-
control
They
Earth.
had
Aizen did.
He could
I'm hearing that
control
she was
all
one
that
of the
shit.
family of like the head
Bro, Aizen,
of the.
and then
the
Aizen got his ass
She,
whooped.
yeah,
by-
they're
Like,
all her
they're-
children pretty much. They're like
no, but like,
they're like-
that there was like even one above her. Like that made her and like other ones.
There is, I thought.
Onotsuki.
Yeah, some shit like that.
Otsutsuki.
But yeah, just because
Tell
Ichigo,
him,
when Ichigo beat Aizen,
Aizen's the equivalent to
no,
Kaguya, except that
not
he didn't
even.
create. He's not the creator, but the power-wise,
About to Google it.
the
dude, she
immortal
would literally make a
and-
fist and literally crumble up Ichigo
Bro,
if he lived in her universe. Now, if he fell outside her universe, she could just conjure anything from anywhere because she can control
So
portals.
could
She has a
Aizen, bro, and so could this nigga Quincy. The Quincy
dude.
King
But
lived
the thing is
inside
that
the
I
Soul
watched the
King.
fights and what they did. That's a showcase of how they actually fight.
Look, this
She
is the
fights
nigga
with
that I
all
was
of that
talking
because she
about.
used that against them. They didn't use
Look.
that against him.
Look, I got this shit. Right.
He would teleport all that shit. Like he was scared of Ichigo. She had no fear when she was losing her fight, or it.
Neither did any of these. Hey, that nigga knew. Look, 26. This is the last guy that they stopped. Oh, this guy right here.
I didn't see that.
They stopped off. This is a guy that he like absorbs. I guess like he's a human. but he can absorb like it's dog. Crazy shit goes on in Bleach, bro. It's just as crazy as Naruto. That's just crazy.
I
as
think
fuck.
I'm gonna say Naruto's better.
I just don't think. I think Bleach.
Kaguya was the original wielder of chakra, definitely.
Yes. And she can
And
do
you know,
anything.
she, like, you know,
and
the Ten
everything.
Tails.
Ichigo,
Like, she has
Aizen,
more
the
chakra
king of the
than
Soul
that thing.
Reapers. That nigga got killed. Quincy King killed him.
What's crazy about it? If we put them on a playing field, now I judge everybody based off how they move and what their abilities are. I can't go based off of dimensional travel because we're not putting them in. They can't dimensionally travel here. They're only gonna fight. So if they fight, they're fighting in a basis where they have access to all the powers they can use in that, like basically in their little zone. So you can if Ichigo moves fast, super fast, she teleports. They can do all that shit as long as they're fighting within range of each other, and they're going to. And every character, the thing about all these characters that they have a lot to their arsenal, but they don't even use every single thing because some of those moves are just mediocre. They don't use every single move because it's like that's not gonna work. This is what's gonna work right now. This is how I want to fight. So when I put One Punch Man in a category, I have to acknowledge his superhumanness when he's just sitting there getting hit. Now, I believe that if he hit Goku, Goku wouldn't explode. Goku would fly. Because he wouldn't seriously hit Goku. If he seriously hit Goku, Goku wouldn't instant die either. Goku would eat that shit and be like, damn. Like, this nigga would get serious. There is a manga, when he was fighting against Garu, he lifted the ground and threw it up in the air. He threw it so fast that Garu was disoriented and he was jumping up rocks trying to avoid One Punch Man, and the ground hit him in the head. The ground. He thought he was above the ground. The Earth's mass was above him.
In the manga, there's this thing called Demon Clans, and there's a Demon Clan
Which manga?
and One Punch Man. And
Oh
there's
yeah.
a Demon Clan, and right now what's going on in the manga is that like heroes are like giving they're not technically giving up their soul, but they're like fucking with the Demon Clan to attain this power that like it makes you stronger. It like enhances your power and shit.
Yeah.
It makes you like ruthless and shit. But there's this other guy, the number one fighter, the number one hero. Blast. That nigga is like, they talk about him like as if he's One Punch Man. He hasn't showed up in the manga yet either. So
People believe it's One Punch Man and he just forgot.
you know,
That's a
I think
joke.
that,
It's a
could
joke
be-
on the show.
on the show.
Yeah. Oh, it's not a joke on the show. It's like a joke on the show, like amongst fans. Like people believe that he might have just forgot he was number one day.
Yeah,
Or-
'cause he's always stressed about that. Like, he's like a C class. He's like, fuck.
You know you're still number one, right?
But he said number one saved his life in one of the episodes. He said, "You saved my life, and ever since then I wanted to be a hero. I mean, I wanted to do good, my deal."
He said that?
Yeah.
I don't
Remember?
remember that.
It was like they showed it in the manga. It's like it was a web comic because it was a web comic before it was a manga. It was poorly drawn, looked really bad, but it was cool, and I read all that shit. I know exactly what's gonna happen in the plot for One Punch Man up until when he fought the little tornado bitch.
So, alright, what do you know who's his matchup gonna be with him? He doesn't ever have one?
Okay, what he's gonna do? He doesn't know. Nobody's on him. But Gauru gave him a crazy fight, but he was just playing with him because One Punch Man did a serious punch in this
Who's
nigga.
Garu? Who you talking about? Who's that?
Gauru is gonna be the main anti-hero, you could say, but he's evil.
Oh, he's the nigga. He's the head of the Demon Clan guy.
Yeah, he becomes the head of the Demon Clan because he kills the main guy and then he tells him what to do. Then and he just gets more powerful with evil because he hates superheroes. I guess they failed him or some shit. I forgot the story. He kills the old man in the black robe. He kills that guy to basically overcome like that attachment because he still cared about this guy and it's like that was his old master. He
I
got
need to
kicked out of
smoke,
there
man.
because
It's
he
all
was
this
fighting
banging
too
shit.
Did he
brutally.
awaken the Sharingan?
Nah, but he turned into like a monster. But the new
He
new
would have
manga,
in Naruto.
in the new manga,
So
what they're
you just
doing,
grab it.
they're giving him an extra form. So they're extending the fight. They're gonna extend the fight longer, and the fight was pretty long, bro. The fight's like really crazy. Like he throws One Punch Man. Punch Man's just sitting there playing, and then One Punch Man starts fucking with him. Like literally, like it was so crazy. Like there's like a part where, and it was really weirdly drawn. Like imagine One Punch Man drawn, but it looks like it looks like a person drawn, but it's kind of like kindergartenish compared to like a real webcomic person that could draw with that for real. You know, he didn't even hit him. One Punch Man just sees him, just like you're gonna lose, and One Punch Man's just talking like that the whole time. You know what I mean? He has that plain face like I don't have any mercy for you because I don't like your entire intent is evil. There's no pity, and you should stop. And like he's telling him not to pity himself the whole time while beating his ass. But One Punch Man, you know how One Punch Man is. He doesn't like to end his fights.
Yeah, he's he tries to have excitement and shit.
And Gato was beating the shit out of all the heroes, dude. Like you
All
name
the
it.
heroes are whack.
No, they're actually really strong. They're like they're weird. They're weird.
They're whack.
Like the dude that's like
You
naked
know-
and dances. That
That's
nigga
the
pat
gay-
shit.
the Prison gay
Well,
guy.
Yeah,
Alright,
that
no.
nigga pat shit. You feel
We're
me?
gonna
He
upload
got
a cipher
killed.
real soon,
He got killed
batch. So hold tight.
in the manga.
Yeah, he did.
Hold
Sea King
tight,
was my
man.
favorite enemy aside from Gaodu because you guys haven't seen the
Yeah,
webcomic
but
yet.
he got his ass whooped.
Remember we were
One
talking about
hit.
the cipher?
Huh?
Remember the cipher?
Hell yeah, bro.
Tell him about the cipher.
Guys, the cipher is gonna be coming as an upload to you guys soon.
That's right.
So
By the time we sign out of this bitch, you got like an
Some
hour
hella
before it's 30.
freestylers, some magic makers.
See, we've been on his bitch.
Yeah.
I mean, we can go as long as we want because you know it's our podcast.
Yeah, true. I mean, do you want to keep going?
I'm down. I want to figure out how to get that charger plugged up, but I mean, we kind of just kind of close. I don't know. How you guys feeling? Are you guys enjoying this vibe right
Do you
now?
want me to
I'm
set up
chilling.
another
I'm just
question?
smoking.
Go for it.
Okay. So,
And don't you think the storyline for the fucking One Punch Man they kind of stole
One
from
Punch
like Brock Lee?
No, what it's supposed to be is a
It's like
parody on superheroes.
What? I don't think.
I don't know, but the way Brock Lee like he was like to train himself, the way Naruto, like that same story. Like,
Nah, because he's not like that. His whole demeanor is completely different. Like he's just.
oh yeah,
lame.
he's different, but like his journey to get there was like crazy. You don't remember how he lost his hair trying to training? He
Yeah.
lost his hair training, he went bald.
He said all of it fell off.
All of it fell off. He was going hard, bro. Boy, so he was just. They asked him, "How do you get strong?" 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, run.
A day.
Like he said, just keep going. Like
Yeah.
it was like some simple shit. And they all looked at him like, "What? You're lying your ass off," you know? Like and that's really what he did, though.
Yeah.
What I like
That
about
kid
it, bro,
was killing it.
he's genuine and he's not a dick.
That's why I like Meliodas because he's just chilling, but he be fucking niggas up.
Yeah, he
So-
do.
So who's the
But he
victor?
did get his ass patched
Out
by
of
the
all
Ten
of
Commandments.
these
They trapped his
animes,
ass.
Who is the strongest character?
I have to say One Punch
One
Man
Punch
because
Man,
we haven't seen a limit on
There
him yet.
isn't.
We've seen limiters on all our other people though.
Nah, that's the thing about Ichigo. He don't got a limit.
Well,
Like,
I've
when
seen
you-
Ichigo lose.
When you
So,
yeah, no, he's lost. But the
with
thing is, like,
Kaguya-
of course, that's the thing about him. Like,
Against Kaguya,
bro, he beat
One Punch
there's-
Man can.
One Punch Man could potentially beat her.
What does he do in space? He's gone
Like
to
you know
space
how you say
before.
like
He can't
Dragon
breathe,
Ball
he just
Z?
jumped back from the moon to Earth, so it wouldn't be a good idea. But because he's strong enough to literally force himself in the air and somehow manage to hold all his matter and his molecules and cells in place, smack you, and then fly that way. But he can't fly. He shit cannot fly.
So like
He just jumps.
he just like holds himself together.
I don't know. Some type of weird concentration he does.
Who we talking about?
One Punch Man. Remember when he fought that giant purple thing looking like it came from Namek and he flew up and he was just like smacked the shit out of it, and I don't know how he just stood there like, yeah. I can imagine the slow motion for his fist just going back and it's just like
In space?
not in space. He did
I'm
that
talking
on Earth.
like
At
alright,
the end,
Kaguya
look, but the end.
versus
All right, look.
him.
Unlimited. You're talking about
Yeah, you know
unlimited.
she goes to the dimensions.
People
you
with,
know she
with
can
no
go places
with
with
no
no air.
limits. One Punch
Well,
Man.
yeah,
you
She
gotta
can
be
go
the
places
He can
top.
do
where
that.
He can't.
Breathe.
One Punch Man.
Shit, what
in
can
my
he do to
opinion.
him?
And then Ichigo,
Can he feel?
because Ichigo
And,
can't
like-
like he said he could die and shit, he could lose, but he's beaten like you said. You know, Naruto beat.
Why is
Ichigo
One Punch
was,
Man
like, the
immortal
good-
again?
Because he, not One Punch Man.
We haven't seen him.
You talking about
lose yet.
Meliodas? You talking about
We haven't
Meliodas?
seen somebody give a
Talking
challenge
about
or
One
actually
Punch
lose
Man.
him.
Oh, One Punch Man. I don't even think he's immortal. He was a normal guy that just became fucking strong as fuck out of nowhere. Like he became wild, like out of nowhere. They don't know how the fuck.
And he doesn't act like it. He just wants to
He
be.
just be trying to patch. He saved the world a bunch of times in the beginning of the manga.
And they don't know. They don't
knows
even
it.
think it's him. They thought it was King, the
Yeah.
other weird dude,
Yeah.
which is funny, because King is a regular guy that plays video games. He can't fight.
Like remember the fucking no, he's dope. Remember the
He can't
kid? You talking
fight.
about the kid?
I'm talking about King. Remember, One Punch Man went to his house and he told him like, I actually didn't do anything. I just took credit for shit I didn't do. And every time I walk around, everybody's afraid of me. Like he walked into the villain was scared shitless, like, oh shit, and he's just like,
what you doing here, man? Just poker facing it till One Punch Man showed up.
Yeah, One Punch Man is always late too. Everybody be getting their ass beat and fucked up, and then One Punch Man show up, save that shit.
You know who's a real ass nigga?
So Kaguya.
That
could-
biker.
But Ichigo, bro. Oh yeah.
So,
that
Kaguya-
guy.
That biker nigga was a real ass nigga, bro. The biker guy.
He got his ass whooped in that shit. I thought he died like 5 times, dude.
But just to be clear, so you don't think Kaguya could beat him?
Be who? One Punch Man? No.
Mm-mm.
I think One Punch Man be able to do
The
it.
disintegrator.
He got kicked to the
He's
moon.
like godly level. That's the whole thing about it. That's the whole mystery behind him. He's so strong. It's like a god. Like it's
When
like,
I start seeing him get his ass whooped, then I'll start making different stipulations. But I saw Kaguya lose.
But you said he's a normal man.
Yeah. Because he can't breathe. He can't breathe in space. Remember when he got to the moon, he was like, "Oh,
Okay.
I don't think he knew how to breathe.
So
His air-
what if she takes him to another fucking, empty space,
He was a hitter before that
no
shit.
planets,
he'll just fly to her somehow because he does that shit."
Yeah.
and then she'll be,
He's as quick as anyone.
he'll fly right through her, and then what does he do then?
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, he might be in some
No, but
shit.
you remember his punch, bro? His punch, nigga. Come on.
No, but like you can,
You remember the last
she can make it so
episode?
that you just phase right through her, right?
No, but he
He,
had
I forgot. He
she
knows
can
how to
phase
fight that
through
shit.
anything.
No,
He
dude,
has-
he actually fought this guy one time. It was funny because he hit him, and then he said some shit about that. He's like, I can focus, I can increase the
Bro, how
Some shit
about
the
his
Flash
boy,
does,
bro?
pretty
How
much.
about his boy?
his molecules. He accelerates his molecules.
Bro, his boy, the fucking android, he tested him, let him fuck him up, and then he threw one punch and he didn't hit him, but he stopped it, and then it blew the mountains away
Made a
next to him.
crater.
Yeah, so but like this nigga, like he fought the last episode, he fights this alien
So
who
what if
who could do anything. He's strong as fuck.
He's like
Super Saiyan 3 and shit. I think he does like. Yeah.
is it off to say
I
that
would say he's a
it's
weaker
cheating?
Frieza. He's not as because like his body gets weaker as he uses that shit, and Frieza will. Frieza's.
Is it Chi?
I think
Is
Frieza
it
would
Chi?
beat him.
Chi.
What about Chi? That's
Is it Chi?
One Punch Man. I mean, I don't know. One Punch
No,
Man.
that
called
nigga,
him.
he traveled the whole universe and patched he was traveling the universe, patching people,
Yeah, that is what he was doing.
destroying the world.
He had like some weird electricity. He was an alien.
And that nigga
Boros.
One Punch Man beat everybody in his crew before the crew even got to the crew, and then beat him.
He destroyed his ship and killed everybody by accident trying to kill One Punch Man. That's how determined he was to win.
Yeah, no, because he did that. Yeah, I think it was wild. No, but I think like top for me would definitely be like Immortals. Like you fucking with. I would have to say Ichigo, Meliodas, and
But just because they're immortal doesn't mean they can't lose a fight. They can
Ichigo.
get fatigued.
Yeah, no, but they have. But the thing is, like the same thing. Like they got fatigue, but like they always overcome it. So it's like I haven't. You know what I'm saying? Like Ichigo, when he lost, he never really loses significantly. He's had only like 2 significant. I don't know. He's lost. a
He's
bunch of
lost
times,
significantly before.
but he always bounces back, and he always has the power to do it. And fucking. But when at the end game, when how strong he is, that's why I say what I say. He's like on like another level, bro. This nigga's like God level. He got all his power
Okay, how
stripped
about-
from him when the Soul Reaper, when the Quincy King came out, he had to learn everything over again.
So do
He
you
had to
believe
start
that
from
Ichigo at his strongest with everything that he has?
That's
and
what I'm comparing. Yeah.
I'm gonna use this
One
guy,
Punch
All
Man.
Might. All Might at his prime. Who do you think would win in that fight?
He'll kill All Might.
Who versus
You-
All Might?
Ichigo versus
He'll
All
take his
Might.
soul, dog. He'll take that nigga's
He will
soul.
not take that nigga's soul,
He'll
bro. All
shoot
Might,
it out.
because All Might has will as well. All Might at his prime, you think Ichigo's just gonna be like, bye. All Might's gonna just fly at him and just hit him in his shit.
Bro, I'd
If he
like to
does not
show
move,
you,
All
I'd like
Might.
to show you fades
All
by
Might
him. His like
punches
Ichigo's
the
fades are so
air.
epic, bro. Like they're
All Might punches
fucking
the air
crazy.
before you.
Like,
and
this nigga had
you
this
can-
nigga has his Bankai when he lost his
You're
power.
done.
When he came back, he was even stronger because he figured out that he was a Quincy. So he had the powers of like everybody, and then him being a human just like made it limitless because like I don't know, that factor makes things limitless. So
Yeah,
like,
humans are limitless in that sense.
So like the fact that he was like. This nigga just became OP, bro. Like nobody can match him. Like he murked the Quincy King. You feel me? He murked him, and this nigga murked the fucking Soul Reaper King. He murked. It was a good fight, but he murked Aizen. He fucking beat
Yeah,
the
that was a
whole
good
all
fight.
the Soul Reapers. Like all of them died. And
I mean,
shit.
his fight with Grimjaw was pretty wild, though.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That was those people are nothing compared to this Quincy King nigga. Or like the Soul King. You know what I'm saying? Like think about the Soul King. How nobody could compare to him, and meeting like a group of humans that are like that have access. Because like even Ichigo's friends, they all have powers too. Like they could all like they all end up getting human powers. Like they're all like spiritually awakened. They can do shit.
Yeah,
I know, it's
man,
just a
I'm
crazy-
not the biggest fan of Bleach, to be honest, bro.
I like Bleach. Dog. I think that shit.
I think Bleach is pretty live because it fits its atmosphere and their music is really good. They have really good music.
They have this one pause music that's like.
I like that shit. It was like.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about when they're stringing that guitar.
Well, what anime are you gonna reference right now for the outro?
I'm probably gonna have to reference.
7 Deadly Sins.
I don't even know.
What is it? What is it that you have to power up to do every outro?
Rasengan.
Let Nate J power that shit up. Let him put his energy on that bitch.